It's his incredible 119th of the year. A.J. Richardson was in on that play as well. He's back after injury. Great to see Richardson back out there. 2nd and 6 for Lopez. Play fake, lofts it left flat. That's caught by Jordan Shipp, and he sprints for a first down for North Carolina to the near side of the field, just north of the 30. Caden Fordham is there. They may credit him with that tackle once again. It's 1st and 10 Tar Heels. Ball spotted right at the 31.
They're going fast. They're trying to get a little bit more momentum after these first 2 pretty good plays.
Lopez now 2 of 3 passing for 16 yards in the game. Snap of the 31, play fake, tucks the ball, dives forward underneath Kean Sloan's tackle, and he acquires maybe a couple of yards on that one. Yeah, they give him 2, so it's 2nd and 8. 2:15 and ticking first quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Gio made the wrong read or what, but that play was doomed. He did a nice job avoiding the stone tackle for loss and then just falling forward for the 2-yard pickup.
Various Green to the right. Good job for Shenard Clower to the right slot. He's the fastest player on the team. 2 targets to the left. 2nd and 8 now. North Carolina at the UNC 33. Snap back near hashes to Lopez. He's under pressure from Isaiah Shirley. Throws off his back foot. It is dropped in space by Damon June at the NC State 47. Flag is out. June had that ball at his right shoulder as he was running to the far side of the field. It's thrown a little behind him, and he flat drops it in space as there is a flag down at the 28.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 8, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That was Kean Sloan as Gio Lopez went to the far side of the field. Lopez is still picking some grass out of the top of his face mask. And we'll go to Tony Haynes. Tony.
Did you see that replay?
No, I didn't see it. What'd you see, buddy?
He barely touched him.
I didn't see it.
And Gio Lopez kind of took a flop. I mean, that would have been that wouldn't have been a penalty in 2-hand touch. And basically that's what it was, 2-hand touch.
Lopez more fell down with his momentum than was touched by
That's
Sloan.
right. He was going to fall down anyway.
Yeah, I think he blew that call. I think they blew that one. 1st and 10 here at the UNC 48. Snap back to Lopez. 4-man rush. Steps up through pressure. Sidearms it for a completion to the near side of the field. Underneath Tristan Teasdale is Shamar Easter. He's kind of like a hybrid tight end wide receiver, big target, and Easter makes the grab for the Tar Heel first.
Gio doing a nice job of avoiding one of the rushers for NC State, stepping up in the pocket, finding his receiver for the first down pass.
At the NC State 37, Jordan Shipp's the receiver now to the right. Snap to Lopez. Here's a handoff to Benjamin Hall. A flag comes out as he plunges up the middle. Gains a few yards, but the flag is back behind the play. We'll spot it down around the 32. It's a gain of about 5. Hall had the big
legal formation. Offense. More than 4 players aligned in the backfield of this snap. 5-yard penalty. It's still first down.
So this Tar Heel offense, which has been a mess all year, North Carolina's offense is last in the ACC in yards per game.
And those are killer penalties when you just don't even line up in the right formation. And this is something you practice, you watch it on tape, you game plan a play, and you go out and somebody isn't up on the line of scrimmage as supposed to be. Too many people in the backfield. Those are really demoralizing as well as really putting you behind the chains.
56 penalty yards on average a game for UNC. That's 9th in the ACC, as in not good. Snap back to Lopez. Handoff now to Hall. Travali Price crushes him on 2nd and right up the middle. Nowhere to go for Benjamin Hall at 22 seconds left in the quarter. It could be the final play. Huddled up back at the 45-yard line. 13 seconds ticking away. Pack leads at 14-0. It's 2nd and 14 now with 7 seconds left in the quarter. They've got to go if they have intentions of snapping it at 3, at 2. No, that will do it as we end the first quarter here in Carter Finley. What a start. NC State controls the ball for 10 of the first 11 minutes and leads North Carolina 14-0 after the first quarter here in Raleigh. We'll take a break. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
R&D Brewing is bringing the official beer of Saturday to Carter Finley Stadium this football season. 7 Saturdays IPA is the perfect beer for watching the big game, whether you're tailgating with friends or watching the game at home. Pick up your 7 Saturdays IPA at any major retail outlet across North Carolina. Make every day Saturday. R&D Brewing reminds you to please drink responsibly.
More Wolfpack football after these local messages. You're locked into the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you could say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's Bo time.
Liberty Senior Living Communities offer vibrant lifestyles in some of North Carolina's most sought-after locations. The amenities of fine resorts and the incomparable comforts of home. All Liberty Senior Living Communities are designed for active seniors and feature whole-person wellness, distinctive dining, life enrichment, and top-class amenities and services. Visit your local Liberty Senior Living Community, the Templeton of Cary or Hayes Barton Place, today and come home to the retirement you deserve. Exceptional senior living here, there, and everywhere you want to be.
Welcome back to Carter Finley Stadium, everyone. I'm Johnny Evans alongside Matt Chazanow, and Tony Haynes is on the sidelines. And at the end of the first quarter, it's NC State 14, North Carolina nothing. These stats are brought to you by the College of Engineering at NC State University. Engineering the future, it all starts here. The Pack have dominated statistically in the first quarter. 121 total yards, 46 passing, 75 rushing, 1 penalty, 11 first downs, 3 of 4 on third down conversions, and 1 for 1 on fourth down conversions for UNC. 36 total yards, 31 passing, only 5 on the ground, 4 penalties, 3 first downs for the Tar Heels, 0 for 1 on third down conversions for UNC. C.J. Bailey's 5 for 9 for 46 passing yards and 1 touchdown pass. Bailey's also the leading rusher, 4 carries for 36 yards. Will Wilson has 3 carries for 15 yards. One of those was a 7-yard touchdown run. Smothers has 5 attempts for 13 yards. Grimes, a couple of catches for 33 yards and 1 touchdown. Gio Lopez, 3 for 4 for 31 yards passing for UNC. Damon June, 2 carries for 3 yards. And Shamar Easter has 1 catch for 15 yards for the Tar Heels.
Sets us up for 2nd and 14 here at the Pack 41. Start of the second quarter, NC State's up 14-0. C.J. Bailey with a touchdown pass to Wesley Grimes. Will Wilson with a 7-yard touchdown run. Here's Lopez shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Davian Goss. Lopez rolls out far side of the field, tucks, runs 35. Speedy now as he works his way out of bounds to the 32-yard line. A gain of about 9 yards on 2nd and 14. Kenny Soares was right there.
Boy, Gio, he broke, contained, and just sort of stopped out there looking downfield. The problem with that from his perspective is that he had about 20 yards of space, and when he stopped, that gave the defenders for the Wolfpack to gain a little bit for him on him, and it shortened the amount of yards he was able to gain when he finally did start running the football.
It's up 3rd and 5. He did get 9, all said and done. He's pretty fast now. He has 3 rush TDs on the year. Snap from the Pack 32. Lopez takes it, drifts to the left side of the formation, throws it over the middle. That's caught, and far side out of bounds is Jordan Shipp as he spun for a first down, but the flag is down. And Caden Fordham has his right arm up in the air pointing at North Carolina like it's against the Tar Heels.
I think it's going to be offensive pass interference. It looked like the other receiver that did not catch the football on that side of the field was actually blocking, although they're picking up the flag now.
After further discussion, there is no foul for offensive pass interference.
Well, that was a really good block, Tony, by that receiver that didn't get the ball thrown to him.
Well, I'll tell you, Gio Lopez is really good buying himself some extra time running around in the pocket. A little different than what we saw with Tommy Castellanos last week. Castellanos likes to tuck it and run. Gio Lopez, when he's scrambling around, he would prefer, though, to buy time and find an open receiver. And we've seen him do that a couple of times.
2 targets, running backs to the back with Gio Lopez. One of them is C.J. Bailey's high school running back, Davian Goss. He's to the right of Lopez. Benjamin Hall's to the left. Snap 1st and 10, Pack 23. Here's Lopez, who fakes the handoff and now sprints downfield, spins off one tackle, and then spins again down to the 20-yard line. Sebastian Harsh finishes him off. It's a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now for the Tar Heels.
That was a called run. The previous runs by Lopez have been scrambles on his part, but that was definitely a called run. He faked the ball into his running back and then went off the left side for a modest gain.
Ship the leading receivers to the right. He has 52 catches now, 53 with his other grab tonight. Tight end Jake Johnson, slot right. Javarius Green is short side left. 2nd and 7, knee-high snap back to Lopez at the 20. Airs it out, right end zone. It is Ship, caught it, touchdown Tar Heels. To the right corner of the right end zone. It's a 20-yard hookup between Lopez and Jordan Ship. That's Ship's 6th touchdown reception this year, ties him for the most in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Tony Haynes.
Yeah, and that's an unbelievable throw because NC State got tremendous pressure off both edges right there and hit Gio Lopez just as he delivered the throw, but he just stepped into that throw and it couldn't have been a better pass.
Yeah, he committed to that one. And with 13:03 here on the clock, it's 14-6. So here's Reese Verhoff for the extra point. Snap, the hold, and the kick. And it is good. Right uprights. He's now 20 for 20 on the year.
Well, Ship showed what kind of receiver he was, beating Brian Nelson. He kind of came from the left side and went all the way to the back right pylon, and he had a couple of steps on Nelson. Perfect throw, as Tony described, by Gio for the touchdown.
All right, we'll take a break. 14-7, NC State leads North Carolina. 13:03 here in Carter Finley's first half remaining. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Whether you're cheering for the Wolfpack or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling. Our equipment, designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields, makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
The Wolfpack, the Tar Heels. Game day continues from Raleigh.
13:03 to play here in the second quarter. That's a 9-play, 80-yard Tar Heel drive that takes 5:14 off the clock. And a Ship 20-yard reception. It's Gio Lopez's 10th pass touchdown of the year. And it makes it 14-7. 13:03 to play here in the second. Gotta love fall. It's football season, basketball season, and enrollment season. Time to find a great insurance plan. Blue Cross North Carolina at BlueCrossNC.com, official health insurance partner of the NC State Wolfpack. Here's Verhoff to boot it off, left to right. He's a Marshall transfer. He was with the Thundering Herd for 3 years. And this is his 50th kickoff of the year, and he boots it out of the back of the line. 36th touchback of the 37th now into this game. So 13:03 here in the second quarter, and NC State leads at 14-7. C.J. Bailey, 5 of 9 passing to start, 46 yards through the areas, 36 rush yards as well, John.
Yeah, and UNC kind of got some momentum in this football game, kind of settled things down. This is the time where the NC State offense needs to put the pedal down just a little bit and reassert the momentum back in favor of the Wolfpack.
Yeah, Tar Heels have Abu Jaude and Thompson both in now, both top 3 in the ACC in sacks. Snap to Bailey, they heat up the pocket and he throws it away. Kind of spiked it at Hollywood Smothers' cleats at the right flat. That was Kamori House on the blitz, the middle linebacker, the leading tackler for North Carolina. Nearly 80 tackles on the year. The Washington Husky transfer sets up 2nd and 10.
House was positioned himself as he was rushing CJ right between CJ and where Smothers was. CJ just couldn't afford to hold it any longer to let him clear. He just threw the ball at the feet of Smothers.
2nd and 10 now for the Pack of the 25. Snap, Bailey flips the hips right, zips it right. That's caught by Rogers, and he sprints to the far side of the field, brought out of bounds at the 31, a gain of 6. Just under 13 minutes to play in the half. Jaden Patterson, the corner, was right there in coverage of Rogers with Noah's first grab. It's 3rd and 6 Pack.
Nice job of picking up the 6 yards in order to make it a very reachable 3rd and 4.
From the Pack 31, right hash is snap little high to Bailey, pulls it down, pumps once, steps up in the pocket, tosses it right, caught by Jolie, tackled just shy of the yard to gain by a yard. On 3rd and 4, he picks up 3. Gavin Gibson, the safety, brings Jolie down. C.J. Bailey wants to go for it at the Pack 34, and they bring him off. They're going to let Caden Noonkester punt it off. Now, let's not forget the weapon Noonkester was last week against Florida State, and he has been beyond solid. He's been excellent, 4th in the ACC in punt average. This is his 41st straight start. Johnny, he's been good to help run fakes. He's been good punting the ball conventionally, and last week he forced a couple of muffs, and they snap the ball up the middle. It's a fake, and NC State has the fake, and it is a first down for the Pack. That's a direct snap to Preston Douglas, the tight end. And there you go, a First Horizon first down right on cue for this NC State special teams unit at 11:30 to play. The drive continues at the Pack 36 to the sidelines.
They're 2 for 2 on that play this year. Remember earlier in the season, it was big Cody Hardy that got the direct snap and the first down. You didn't expect Dave Dorn to really punt that, did you?
Right, 1st and 10 now at the 36. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Jolie motions to the right. Bailey shotgun with Smothers to his left shoulder. Takes the snap, blitzes on. Pocket collapses. Bailey squirts out to the left, has Green, ball right arm 40, sprints toward midfield, sidesteps south of the 50, and he is to UNC territory at the 45. A big run for C.J. Bailey of about 20 yards at 10:46 and ticking in the half.
Bailey really showing off his running ability in this game, and maybe more so than the last handful of games. He really is taking advantage of the defense being very soft once he breaks the front line.
55 yards rushing today for Bailey. Snap back to Bailey. Hands it off now to Smothers from the UNC 45. Uses his blockers off the right side of the line. Pushes south of the 40 for a gain of 8 yards. Hollywood Smothers makes it 2nd and 2.
It's like Smothers, at the last second, stuck his foot deep into the dirt, made the cut upfield. It looked like from my angle that if he had a chance to do it again, he would try to go to the sidelines and utilize his speed to make something happen.
Hardy and Rogers to the right. 2 targets to the left for NC State. 2nd and 2 at the Tar Heel 37. Snap to Bailey, fakes the handoff, zips it right on a slant. That's Rogers now lightning quick. 2 hands on the ball, spins through a tackle inside the red zone and brought down to the Tar Heel 13-yard line. 24-yard pickup to Noah Rogers on a slant dead center. It's 1st and 10 Pack at the Tar Heel 13.
Wolfpack in no real big hurry, Tony. They're just going at a normal pace.
Yeah, and that's one of those RPOs, run pass option. Bailey sticks the ball in the belly of Hollywood Smothers sees those linebackers coming up to play run, and it really opens up the middle of the field behind them for that slant route to Noah Rogers.
9 minutes left first half. Pack up 14-7 on the march. 1st and 10, the Tar Heel 13. Direct snap to Smothers. Uses Jolie blocking to the right. The Tar Heels read it and stuff it. And that sets up 2nd and 10. A gain of 0 yards to the right flat runs Smothers as the Pack is inside the Case IH red zone. Tyler Thompson, the defensive end, is there for the tackle.
Well, you really see the quickness of those down linemen. Most of the time Smothers, you feel like it has an opportunity to stop and start. But this game so far, when Smothers comes to a kind of grinding halt and tries to get started back, the quickness of the defensive line of UNC is catching up to him.
Grimes and Jackson left. Jolie and Anderson right. 2nd and 10 at the Tar Heel 13 right hashes. Snap Bailey. Wide side toss left. Caught by Grimes. Muscles his way inside the 5. Forward progress stopped at the 2. It's 1st and goal, NC State at the 2-yard line. There's a First Horizon first down at 8:07 to play in the half. Caleb Cost, the nickelback, is right there, but it is going to be 2 yards away from a touchdown here for NC State. They are slicing and dicing this Tar Heel defense. Nearly 200 total yards already, John.
Yeah, and here comes Will Wilson on the 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
They're spotted down at the 3 on Wesley Grimes to the near sideline. Play clock's at 4, gotta go. Play clock at 1, snap to Wilson, runs up the middle, contacted, turns the cleats, and he is spotted just shy of a touchdown. It's about 2.5 yards, and it sets up 2nd and goal, and I bet you they'd try this same formation again.
Yeah, probably so, but I'll tell you, Tony, that great catch by Will Wilson on that shotgun. It was a high, hot one. It could have been back to the 30-yard line if he doesn't get his hands up.
Yeah, that can throw the timing of that play off too as well. But I tell you, a terrific push inside by the offensive line. We talked about that in our Keys to the Game segment. This game, North Carolina is such a good defensive front. NC State's offensive line was going to have to play great. And I'll tell you that this O-line has been tremendous. That was a great push on that one. He almost got it to the goal line.
He said timeout for an injured player, but nobody's down on the field.
They're forcing, I think, Carter to come off the field. Tony, did he take a hit to the head?
I don't know. Carter's staying in there.
He seems to be okay.
Yeah.
Peak.
Rico Jackson comes into the game.
I think I was wondering if they were going to look at the spot there. Dave Dorn now is having a conversation with the officials.
Yeah.
I thought Will Wilson got the ball closer to the goal line, and were they spotting it? I don't think he scored a touchdown, but it was pretty close.
They wanted to run hurry up in the formation of the line.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 7 minutes, 21 seconds.
All right, so it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They put about 15 seconds back up on the clock. 7:21. The ball is a half a yard from the end zone. Will Wilson is by himself. He has 2 fullbacks, Johnson and Jolie, left and right. Snap, Wilson sprints left side, touchdown. 20-7, NC State on top of UNC. 7:12 to play first half, and Will Wilson has his 2nd rush TD here tonight.
Well, what a weapon Will Wilson has become, and you can see by the fact that they're using him in the goal line formation, not just on 3rd or 4th and very short yardage, that they're expanding his role. He's earned the credibility and the respect of the entire offense and certainly the coaching staff, and he's getting more opportunities. He is truly a real weapon when it comes to that short yardage situation.
Jackhammers his way in. He now leads the pack in rush TDs this year. That's his 7th with 2 more tonight. Snap, hold, and kick, good. Left uprights as Kanoa Vine set drills another one. It's 21-7. NC State leads North Carolina. 7:12 to play first half. Get in the zone, the red zone with Case IH. Pack fans, you're dedicated to your team, and at Case IH, we're dedicated to designing every tractor, every tool, every piece of equipment with your land management goals in mind. Plant, haul, dig, mow, harvest, move earth, get the job done day after day, long after the last play. What are you waiting for? Visit your local Case IH dealer. Go to caseih.com/Wolfpack, where your home field and huge huge success await. We'll take a break. 7:12 to play, first half, 21-7. NC State's all over UNC here in Carter Finley. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Your Barbasol shave is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. The big game is on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking. The list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is D'Antonio Burnett, and you're listening to Wolfpack Football.
With holiday chaos around every corner, the minute you step into your BMW, you're in control. The BMW X3's adventure-ready agility is built for wherever the holidays take you. The effortless power of the X5 makes it easy to take on the season, and the iconic 3 Series is an exhilarating escape. The BMW Road Home sales event on now. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers now through December 1st.
Sometimes everything goes your way, and sometimes it doesn't.
Just like on the field or on the court, life and business have ups and downs. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank, and that's why you need to call us. We'll be with you no matter what comes your way.
North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Visit northstatebank.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, and home to Wolfpack fans.
Easter scoring drive, 11 plays, 75 yards. Takes 5:51 off the clock. Get off your keister and go to Heister. Another Will Wilson jackhammer of a touchdown, Johnny. He is seemingly unstoppable in short yardage.
Well, they've really found something that they've developed that package. Tony talked about the different blocking schemes that they can run from it. We've still not seen the fake into the line of scrimmage and then throwing a pass from it. Also running options from it, but there's all kinds of things they can do with that package.
Konochinski runs up and boots it. This is over Will Hardy's head out of the back of the left end zone. There's another touchback for Nick Konochinski. It's such a weapon to guarantee you're going to convert on 3rd or 4th and short. The Philadelphia Eagles almost revolutionized the NFL over the last couple of years with the tush push. When you have this guarantee of short yardage acquisition, can change the way you play call on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, and you know, all these coaches that have been playing against NC State have tape. They see what they're going to do. They know what pretty much they're going to do is stopping it. And that's you got a really unique player in Will Wilson and some great blocking in front of him.
1st and 10 for North Carolina at the 25. Snap to Lopez, bends the knees on the catch, hands it off now to Hall, bounces it out to the right. He's chopped down on a dive by Assad Brown to the 26. There's a gain of 1 yard for Benjamin Hall. What an open field tackle that is from the safety Assad Brown. Tony.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere too. It looked like they were going to get the edge and maybe a 10 or 12 yard run, and Assad Brown really got there in a hurry to shut that down. Just a fantastic run fit on the perimeter.
Devon Marshall is the corner near side. You've got Brian Nelson far side. Safeties are Teasdale and Brown. The nickelback is Jackson Vick. 2nd and 9 now at the 26. Snap to Lopez, zips it to the near side of the field, and there is a catch made at the 26. We're right at the line of scrimmage. Devon Marshall shoves out Benjamin Hall, the pass catcher, for no gain, and it's 3rd and 9.
Well, once again, the UNC is behind the chains. 3rd and long situation. Let's see what Coach Elliott dials up by way of pressure. See if he brings anybody from the linebacker or a safety.
You could really step on UNC here if you force a turnover. 6:05 to play, 2nd quarter. It's 3rd and 9 for the Tar Heels, down 21-7. It's all pack here in Carter Finley. Lopez shotgun, whistle blows.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That's a credit here to Carter Finley as it rises up. And they'll back up. Tony Haynes.
Johnny has got to be on Gio Lopez, right?
Yeah, he wasn't looking at the clock.
He got but it's right in front of him on the other end of the field. So he got so caught up and making sure they were in the right formation and lined up right, he forgot to look at the clock.
So Ship and Clower to the left. And I believe it's Pesor short side right. 3rd and 14 now for the Tar Heels at their own 21. Snap to Lopez. Statues now sprints out left. Throws a wobbler that is leaped up and caught for a first down by Jordan Ship. That's north of the 35. They needed 14 yards and acquire 16 for Jordan Ship, who just caught a 20-yard touchdown the last drive. Assad Brown is there to chop him down, but it's 1st and 10 Tar Heels at their own 38. 5:10 and ticking here in the second quarter. 21-7 Pack. Johnson, the tight end, motions to the left. Empty backfield. 3 to the left and 2 to the right for Lopez. Takes the snap, tucks and runs. Design run up the middle. Bad idea. Maybe gains a few yards to the 41. Gains 3. Takes a shot at the same time. A.J. Richardson is there with that tackle. He was hurt way back when, early in the year. And he has combined now with Caden Fordham to the linebacker core out there for NC State. He can still redshirt, can A.J. Richardson, even with this game played. 2nd and 7. Tar Heels at their own 41. Under pressure, Brandon Cleveland drops him. Cleveland at the near side of the field puts his right arm around Lopez, wraps him and drops him at the 40 at 4:22 and ticking in the half.
Boy, give Cleveland a lot of credit. That time he just kind of bulled himself right through on the rush and got right in Gio's face with a big put down.
3rd and 8 now after the Food Lion sack for Cleveland. Ball at the 40-yard line. In the backfield is Davian Goss. He's to the left of Lopez. 4 targets on the snap. There's a slant caught by Ship on 3rd and 8, and it's a first down for North Carolina. That's north of the 50-yard line. Jackson Vick is there trailing Jordan Ship. They needed 9 yards and get about 12. It goes to the NC State 47-yard line.
They're going fast tempo again. UNC strategy is to try to get some momentum going with tempo.
1st and 10 now. It's back-to-back 3rd and long conversions here for UNC. Snap to Lopez. 4-man rush. Pretty good pocket. Airs it to the far side of the field, and Air nails it. Intended for Jordan Ship. It's way over his outstretched arm with Brian Nelson right in his shadow at the 31-yard line. Tony Haynes on the sideline.
Yeah, and NC State really having a hard time getting pressure on Gio Lopez, and that's the primary reason they converted 3rd and long on back-to-back series here in this on this drive, because he's had time 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12 to stand back there in the pocket and finally find an open receiver.
He's really hunted Ship too, who has 20 more grabs than any other target on the Tar Heel roster coming into this game. It's 2nd and 10 now at the Pack 47. Lopez takes the snap, airs it far side of the field, wants it all for Ship. Flag comes out, incompletion at the 3-yard line. And pending the call against Assad Brown, it could go against the Pack. And I believe it will.
Pass interference. Defense, number 26. 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
There's one-on-one down the far sideline. Apparently they think Assad Brown didn't turn around. Boy, that was a tough PI call. Ship had his arms around Brown and actually hugged him. And Brown did turn his head around and look for the ball.
Yeah, look, a lot of incidental contact, didn't it? I mean, you've seen a lot of those kinds of plays not called because of the 2 players just going for the football.
Right, so it's 1st and 10 now at the Pack 32. Lopez takes the snap, blitzes on, they speed him up. Caden Fordham meets him, brings him back and drops him. There's a sack for Fordham as he is unblocked on the blitz. And Caden Fordham, the leading tackler in the ACC, with a Food Lion sack at 2:57 and ticking here in the first half.
Fordham came right up the middle, right in that A gap, that center guard gap, right in the face of Gio, and Gio just, I guess he was looking downfield and didn't see the pressure coming right up into his face. He didn't even move. He just got sacked.
2nd and 19, a loss of 9 on the play from the NC State 41. 2.5 minutes to play first half. Pack up 21-7. UNC ball. Snap back of the 41 on 2nd and 19. Lopez plants the back foot, zips it left. That's caught at the Pack 31, a gain of 10 yards on 3rd and 19 to Paysor as Devon Marshall is there, and Paysor slips underneath Marshall at the far hashes to make it 3rd and 9.
The Paysors came back for the football for the catch, and then he spun back around and it looked like he had a chance to pick up at least a few more yards. But his feet slipped right out from under him.
Now, normally we take a break or send it back to Mike Moat for a studio update. In this instance, we will take the public address announcer here at Carter Finley Stadium for a unique on-field presentation. At the left end zone is a gentleman that they put the camera on.
Longtime Wolfpack Sports Network member Tony Haynes announced he will retire at the end of the football season. Tony has worn a variety of hats during his 28-year tenure. He has served as a game day host and sideline reporter for football, broadcast analyst for men's basketball, has provided play-by-play for select baseball broadcast, and has also served as a host for the football and men's basketball coaches shows. Tony, a proud NC State graduate, has brought joy to Wolfpack fans everywhere. Wolfpack fans, please give it up for Tony Haynes.
Tony raises his hat as everybody in Carter Finley applauds. What a great career Tony's had. It has been such a treat to have this time with him. He has a jersey now framed at the left end zone. Cameras all over him taking pictures. He can't hear us right now. We have an opportunity to talk behind his back, Johnny, in public. Tony's the best, and I'm excited for him that he gets to retire as he wishes. I'm disappointed I don't get to work more with him, but Tony's great. You've had a pleasure working with him for 28 years.
It has been a pleasure. I've been with him every single game these last 28 years. A couple of times when Gary had to miss a game, Tony did the play-by-play, had a chance to sit beside him a couple of times, and he's just a real professional. I try to think of a single word that really, when I think of Tony Haynes, I think of professional. He's prepared. He always says the right thing. He says it in the right way. And, you know, for somebody that didn't actually, to me, I always felt like he knew more football than anybody that never actually played at a high level football. And, I mean, he talked like he was a 15-year veteran of the NFL or something by the way he talked about football. And so it's just been a real privilege. He's ready to move on to other things, and so we're just really proud of Tony Haynes.
You know, he's made me a better broadcaster. He's really funny, and he is honored here in Carter Finley Stadium.
Well, guys,
there you go, buddy. You're back on with us.
I sat in the stadium and watched all the NC State greats get cheered, including Johnny Evans. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would be on the receiving end of those cheers. So to the Wolfpack fans listening, that was special.
You had 56,919 and then some cheering for you, buddy. That was really fun. And it is 21-7. NC State leads North Carolina in what is Tony Haynes' last home game here in Carter Finley Stadium. Gio Lopez is out for UNC. The Pack's trying to slam the door on this drive. It's 3rd and 9 here at the Pack 31. 2 minutes to play first half. Here's Lopez with Goss to his right shoulder. Lopez takes the snap. Blitz is on. Lopez steps up through it now. He's under pressure. Airs it. End zone. Paysor can't get underneath it. Incomplete. Underneath the right goalpost as Lopez threw a prayer with Assad Brown all up in his kitchen. 1:54 to play, and it's 4th and 9.
Wow, he had that was a missed opportunity there. They're going to look back at the tape, and I saw Gio sort of slap himself on the face mask as if to say, man, I can't believe I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, Paysor opened by a couple of yards. It was Kean Sloan who was right up in him, Assad Brown in on the coverage. This is a 49-yard kick. Snap, the hold, the Verhoff boot left to right is good through the right uprights. So there is the 10th, the 21-10 is the score. as UNC puts 3 more on the board, and we go to a timeout. 1:49 to play in the first half. NC State's defense bends, doesn't break. Tar Heels kick a field goal. 1:49 to play first half. NC State leads at 21-10 over the Tar Heels. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Because I wanted to advance my career.
Because I want my kids to be proud.
Because I wanted to learn more.
Because I want to be a better teacher.
Your goals, your drive, your because. Whatever pushes you forward, career growth, family, a new challenge. NC State Online is built for it. With over 120 flexible programs taught by NC State's world-class instructors, your future starts here. Explore our programs and connect with program experts by visiting go.ncsu.edu/NC State Online.
The fans came out today, David.
That's right, Gabe. Big games mean bigger tailgates.
Check out that Ford F-150 truck, a championship caliber performance.
Oh, flawless execution, Gabe. Smart, powerful, and with available Pro Power on board, F-150 just took this tailgate over the top.
Game on, David. For the latest offers on Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com to see your Carolina Ford dealer today. See owner's manual for important operating instructions.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
21-10, NC State leads North Carolina. Tar Heel field goal after an 11-play, 45-yard drive. They did have the ball for about 5.5 minutes. And it's 1:49 to play here in the second quarter. Lenovo, global technology solutions company that has called NC home for 2 decades. Proud to support the community in the NC State Wolfpack. Lenovo, smarter technology for all. Visit us at lenovo.com. So here's Verhoff to kick it left to right for UNC. That's a 49-yard Verhoff field goal. It's a good kicker they have. Transfer from Marshall. And at 1:49 on the clock, let's see here, Johnny, we've got 196 total yards for the Pack, 113 for UNC. You know, impressively, the Pack's rushed for 107 yards already in this ball game. This really, when they've won this year, is when they've rushed for about 200 yards. They're pretty much unstoppable.
Right on schedule. And you talking about the little bit of momentum that UNC's taken back with that long field goal. NC State can reciprocate with a little over a minute and a half here in the first half.
Run up and the kick from Verhoff and over and left to right. That's over Duke Scott's head. So another touchback for UNC. And it will be at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now for C.J. Bailey and company, up 21-10.
Plenty of time, 3 timeouts. You know, they know how to play fast when they need to. The clock stops on a first down. So the main thing is you want to get that first down, get some momentum going, and then see what happens when you get around midfield.
Rogers, Jolie, and Jackson in a triangle to the right. You've got Anderson by himself, short side left. 1st and 10 of the 25. Snap to Bailey, hand off to Smothers, picks his way off the left side of the line, spins through a tackle and acquires a couple more yards to the 29 now. A gain of 4, as Smothers would have had a gain of 1, but he spins underneath and tunnels underneath tacklers for 3 more yards.
You just get the feel that he's just an inch or 2 away from breaking a big one every time he touches the ball.
8 carries, 25 yards now. Snap to Bailey. He steps back in the pocket, lofts it left sideline, leaping grab Justin Jolie to the 48-yard line. That's a 19-yard pickup and a First Horizon first down. Gavin Gibson is the safety underneath Jolie. Minute 17 and ticking as the Pack rushes to the line. Here's Bailey now, 2 targets to each side. Takes the snap, tosses left, caught by Jolie, and then shoved out of bounds. A gain of 1 to the 49-yard line at 69 seconds left. Marcus Allen is the corner right there. Down to the sidelines, Tony.
Yeah, their favorite play when they're in their 2-minute is get that slot out cut to Justin Jolie, and seen it a couple of times here with success.
This is Anderson, Jackson, and Rogers to the right. It's 2nd and 9. Ball is at the 49, the Pack 49. Bailey shotgun, takes the snap, belt high. He tosses it left, and it is batted away. Intended for Anderson. And then the left hand of Marcus Allen hits that ball away. Would have been a first down. Instead, it's 3rd and 9. 65 seconds left here in the first half. It's 21-10. NC State leads. As Duke Scott checks into the ball game now in one of the coldest games in Carter Finley history, dating back to record keeping of temperatures in the 50s over the last 75 years. 3rd and 9 here for NC State. At the Pack 49. Bailey takes the snap. 3 receivers right in a triangle, 1 left. Deep drop, dump off left flat. Duke Scott turns the cleat, sprints south of the 50-yard line. He's inside the 45 and tackled down to the 43. And that's about a yard shy of the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup, and Kamari houses there for the tackle. It sets up 4th and 1. And probably go for it here, right, Johnny?
I would think so, yeah. You may want to try jump off sides. But UNC's calling timeout.
North Carolina. It will be 30 seconds.
And they're worried because NC State's been so good on short yardage. Surf Pro of North Raleigh and Wake Forest is proud to celebrate the first responders in our community this football season. Surf Pro has thanked several local heroes by providing them the opportunity to join NC State football's captains for the coin toss. Surf Pro is excited to continue this effort heading into the men's and women's basketball seasons as they champion those who make our community better. Down to the sidelines, Tony Haynes.
Well, the fact that they didn't bring Will Wilson onto the field tells me they were probably going to try to draw North Carolina offside. And let's see what they choose to do. Well, here comes Will Wilson now. Yeah. I'd say in this situation, it would be a big-time gamble at this stage with under a minute to play in the first half because North Carolina would get the ball with good field position. But Will Wilson has seemingly been almost unstoppable. Let's see if it happens again.
He's been perfect on 4th down this year. He has yet to not convert a 4th and short this year. It's 4th and 1. It's Will Wilson time. He has 2 rush TDs tonight. Wilson snap, runs up the middle. First down, NC State. Clockwork. Pile moves to the 40. And it's a gain of 3 yards on 4th and 1. Great push, great vision, Will Wilson. Tony Haynes.
Teague Anderson and Cody Hardy literally pushed a couple defensive linemen 2 or 3 yards backwards. I mean, that was just power blocking on the interior there by NC State.
So it puts us at 53 seconds left, and NC State calls timeout with 53 seconds on the clock. So you have 2 timeouts left. Ball is at the UNC 40. Johnny, the full playbook's basically open here. You have all the options.
It is. Again, the clock stops after a first down, so you've got that opportunity. You've got 2 timeouts still in your back pocket. And you've got 53 seconds, and you've got an offense that is veteran, and the receivers know how to get lined up. Your quarterback knows how to get the play called and get to the line of scrimmage and run the plays fast. This isn't a lot of rookies in there, and so yeah, I mean, they have everything at their disposal at this point.
Go into halftime up 28-10. You feel great about things here over UNC. It's 21-10 right now. 53 seconds left. 1st and 10 Pack at the Tar Heel 40. Snap, Bailey blitzes on, tosses it off his back foot, left incomplete. He wanted Jolie at the Tar Heel 35. 3 seconds come off the clock. And that was Greg Smith, the backup safety, covering Justin Jolie, so it's 2nd and 10.
I think, again, CJ got a quick read on that. He didn't like what he was seeing. He just threw the ball where nobody could catch it. Only took 3 seconds off the clock. Live for another play.
Jackson and Rogers right, Jolie and Anderson left. 2nd and 10 now at the 40. Snap, Bailey tucks and runs, sprints up the middle, swerves out of a tackle and dives underneath the tackle at the 30-yard line. A gain of 10 on 2nd and 10 at 43 seconds left. And there's an injured Pack player down.
Officials timeout for an injured player of the offense.
Might be an offensive lineman at the 50. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield. So there is an injured offensive lineman face down at the 50. 43 seconds left in the half. That's stopped play for the moment. Every sack is a sack to give back. For every sack the Pack makes this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to support our Feed the Pack food pantry right here in Raleigh. Spike Souls is the man down on the surface at the 50. Souls has been in and out. He missed 2 games with injury prior to the last 2 games. So he'd been back the last 2. He was hurt before that. And so he's been battling stuff this year, which is kind of the story for the entire NC State roster. I hope Spike's okay. He's on his seat right now, and they've helped him pop up now to his cleats, which is great. And he is walking off gingerly. It looks like his right leg might be the issue. What do you think, Tony?
Yeah, hard to say, but I'll tell you, the unsung heroes of this first half for NC State, that interior unit, that offensive line. They've won the battle up front, and not everybody's been able to do that against North Carolina, because as we talked about early on, all pregame show, the strength of this Tar Heel team is the defensive front. And NC State, I think, right now has won that battle here in this opening half.
Souls off the field now. And I think Val Erickson is bumped out to right tackle. Snap back here to Bailey is hit as he throws at the Tar Heel 30. Wants it all. It's a one-handed grab. Terrell Anderson inside the 2-yard line, and he is stopped just short of the pylon. One-handed back shoulder snag at the hip by Anderson. It'll be 1st and goal at the 1. A 29-yard pickup as Bailey is hit as he throws, and Anderson snags it out of the air with one hand, his right hand.
Timeout. NC State. It'll be 30 seconds.
Well, the ball was underthrown, and Anderson looked back at the last second. Marcus Allen was covering him for UNC. He did not look back, nor did he feel or sense that Anderson was trying to get back for the ball. So Anderson sort of just fell backwards and reached back with his right hand, and the ball he caught it with his right arm in the right side of his body. So it was a one-arm catch right there inside the 1-yard line. He couldn't, because he was leaning backwards, he couldn't regain his momentum and get going forward again. An amazing catch by Anderson.
He had his left arm kind of grabbed by the defender, Marcus Allen, too. He pulled his arm away from him. And now guess what? It's Will Wilson time in search of his 3rd first-half rush TD. 1st and goal from the 1. Snap, Wilson runs up the middle. Has a little push, and he is stopped right near the goal line. It will be 2nd and goal from the 1. Clock at 22 seconds left. Tony Haynes.
Third charge timeout.
Now this is interesting here.
It'll be 30 seconds.
Because NC State just used its last timeout.
Okay.
You run it, don't make it, you may have a hard time getting another play off, or urgently trying to get the field goal team onto the field. Now they work on that Mayday field goal thing a lot, but you know, you're kind of on the borderline here, Johnny, with 22 seconds if you run it and you don't make it.
Yeah, well, it's being 2nd down, Tony.
Yeah,
if you didn't make it, you could clock it on 3rd down and get your field goal team out with a little bit more time to spare. But still, to your point, it is a little dangerous. I mean, what happens if you get sacked?
Yeah.
If you and all the receivers are running in a route. Of course, they're not going to be going deep down the field, but you're in a scramble situation to get line back up just to clock the ball if you get sacked. So, or you get a pass thrown out into the flat and you don't make it into the end zone, get tackled on the sideline before going out of bounds. And so it is a little bit risky, but I think you're going to see Coach Doran in this game. He's throwing caution to the wind.
Yeah, it's not going to be Will Wilson, though. He's coming off. So C.J. Bailey is coming back out there. And you're right. The key there is 2nd down. If they get stopped on a running play, they can clock it on 3rd down.
That's right. Huddled up now right near the 5-yard line. The ball is inside the 1. It's like a football's length away from a touchdown. No Will Wilson out there. No more timeouts. 22 seconds left. Grimes and Rogers right. You've got Anderson and Joe Lee to the left. Shotgun set, Bailey, 2nd and goal from the 1. Takes the snap with Smothers to his right. Design rollout right, zips it, 1 yard grab. Jolie, touchdown as he tumbles to the turf. And it's all pack in the first half, 27-10 with 18 seconds to play till halftime. C.J. Bailey's second pass touchdown of the first half, and NC State's hammering North Carolina here in Raleigh. It's 27-10 pending the extra point.
Wow, well, that answers the question, Tony, about Coach Roper knew exactly the play to call if it's either going to be incomplete and only a few seconds go off the clock, or it's going to be a touchdown. It's just that simple, and he trusts his quarterback to not run around, scramble around, either throw it quick, either incompletion or touchdown, and of course,
yeah, really, just like last week, he had a play that he liked on 4th down with C.J. Bailey going to Justin Jolie, and ditto again. We got a false start here before the ball is snapped on the extra point. So that was Jacarius Peak jumping, and that'll cost him 5 yards. A little longer extra point now.
Shouldn't change anything
False
from
start.
the kicker's
Offense.
perspective or for
5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
The process there, the snapper, the holder, the kicker, was really negligible difference moving it back 5 yards at that point.
Here's Vine set on to make it 28-10 in search of his 4th extra point here of the half. Pack scores on its first 2 drives, had the ball for 10 of the first 11 minutes of the game, and have not looked back. Snap, the hold, the kick, left uprights is good. Vine set completes it. It's 28-10. NC State is all over North Carolina here in Carter Finley, looking for a half-decade consecutively of victories in this rivalry with 18 seconds to play till halftime. John Heister scoring drive, 11 plays, 75 yards, takes 91 seconds. Get off your keister and go to Heister. 29-yard one-handed grab by Terrell Anderson, Johnny. That was like a back shoulder coming back to the belt, and he had one hand, his right hand out, just snatches it and gets tackled at the 1 yard line.
And that just builds so much confidence in your quarterback when you know you've got receivers that can make those kind of plays. It really does change your mentality and your mindset when you're back there and you're ready to throw the ball. You just have confidence that it's not 50-50 balls anymore. It's 75-25 in favor of your guy catching the ball, and that's the way it is with Anderson most of the time.
So here is Nick Konachinsky on to boot it right to left, and that is over Hardy's head out of the back of the left end zone. And so let's see, North Carolina has 2 timeouts left. Pack scoring more than 21 points in tonight's game. Duke Energy, as part of their Light Up the Score promotion, will be providing a donation to their Share the Light Fund to assist individuals and families who are struggling to pay their energy bills. And Gio Lopez and North Carolina trot out. He's 9 of 12 passing, 101 yards, and a touchdown. He has 6 carries for 8 yards in the game. He comes out now with Davian Goss to his right shoulder. Goss is a returner for North Carolina from last year's team. It's a rarity on this roster. Snap back to Lopez. The 25, dump off right flat. This is Goss. Flag comes out behind the play. Goss is shepherded out of bounds north of the 35. Flag may pull this one back though. 12 seconds left in the half.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
So Jordan Hall, the UAB transfer left tackle. Tony Haynes.
That's not the first hold of the first half, but it's the first one they've called. There's been a lot of that going on. I was wondering if this was going to be one of those games where they're just going to ignore it.
On the left side of the line. Oh yeah, right arm was all around Trey Thomas. That would have been a sack. I mean, Trey Thomas was humming through the line there. He had his right arm around he was behind him, and he just basically hugged him. So 12 seconds left, they'll just take a knee. Lopez under center from the 15-yard line. Snap, knee down. Fans cheer here in Carter Finley. As NC State goes into the break, up 28-10. Johnny, that's pretty dominant here in the first half, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say you're seeing a lot of fired-up NC State players running off the field right now. They feel really good about offense, defense, kicking game. Been a really great effort so far by NC State.
271 total yards to North Carolina's 112. Very lopsided in that regard. North Carolina only 11 rush yards in the half. They have 6 penalties for 60 yards. Fourth downs, 3 for 3 is NC State. As the Pack goes up 28-10 at halftime. And Tony Haynes will be joined by Coach Doran here momentarily as here he is with Coach. Go ahead.
Dave, how impressive is that offensive performance against that defense?
It's really good. I mean, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, staying on the field, converting on 3rd downs. Just got to keep doing it, man.
All righty, fellas.
All right, there it is.
It was a great job on offense, I'll tell you. Because that defense has been on a roll second half of the season.
Perfect. 4 for 4. 4 drives, 4 scores. As Mike Moat takes us through our halftime show. 28-10. NC State beats up North Carolina in 2 quarters. Second half coming up. It's halftime. It's Mike Moat back in the studios. It's 28-10. NC State leads North Carolina. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile.
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible board-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Hey, this is Dwayne Washington. You're listening to Wolfpack Football.
North Carolina folks often recognize and associate Edwards Incorporated with our mobile crane rental business, but that's only part of our story. We're also a full-service industrial general contractor that specializes in steel and pipe fabrication, electrical and mechanical construction. Edwards Incorporated is committed to delivering exceptional value with an emphasis on safety, quality, and performance for your project needs. For your industrial construction needs, trust Edwards Incorporated to provide the quality you expect and deserve. Safety, quality, performance guaranteed. Visit us at edwardsinc.com. Edwards Inc. is a proud supporter of NC State athletics.
Looking for comfort and convenience in Raleigh? Stay at Fairfield Inn & Suites, Raleigh Crabtree Valley, next to Crabtree Valley Mall, and a touchdown pass away from Carter Finley Stadium. Enjoy renovated rooms with free Wi-Fi, cozy workspaces, refrigerators, and coffee makers. Start your day right with a free hot breakfast and fuel up for whatever comes next. Take a dip in the seasonal outdoor pool or hit the fitness center. Pets are welcome too, so bring the whole crew. Book your stay at Fairfield Inn & Suites, Raleigh Crabtree Valley today, online at Marriott.com or call 919-881-9800.
Welcome to the Wolfpack Halftime Report. Coming up, first half stats and highlights, scores from the ACC and around the country, and more as our halftime coverage begins now.
Really good performance by this Wolfpack offensive attack as they amass 271 yards total offense and 28 points on the board as they lead the Tar Heels 28-10 here at the end of the first half. As we continue here on our halftime coverage, I'm Mike Moat here in our studios. Caterpillar and NC State proud to honor student athletes for excellence both on and off the field. And this week we are featuring Chris Sopel, a graduate student on the cheerleading squad. He is studying communications and he is from Gardner, Mass. Caterpillar and NC State congratulate Chris and all the other NC State Scholar athletes for their hard work and dedication to excellence. We have got a busy Saturday of rivalries going on tonight and today. let's get you to games in progress now that we've got. So far in the ACC, we're in the third quarter. Virginia Tech and 18th ranked Virginia. A win by the Cavaliers will put them in the ACC championship game in Charlotte next week. They're doing their part. They lead in the third quarter over Virginia Tech 14-0. Meanwhile, it's been a tough struggle for SMU so far as California leads the Mustangs by the score of 10-7. That's in the second quarter. Later on tonight, it's 9th-ranked Notre Dame traveling to Stanford. Now, the finals from earlier today, it was all Florida in the war against the Seminoles as they blow out Florida State 40-21. Meanwhile, it was Boston College getting by Syracuse 34-6. Duke with a big win over Wake Forest today. They scored a lot, especially in the second half.
26 seconds to go. It's fourth down just outside the Wake Forest 10. They need the one. And they will throw end zone. Hazley's got it! What an exclamation point for Jeremiah Hazley with 23 seconds to go. Yeah, Darian Mensah's got that record. He did it in style. He's now got 28 on the season. And the Blue Devils stack on 6 more. It's 48-32.
Everybody's thinking, just a hand off to Anderson Castle, no big deal. Run the clock out. Dagger to Jeremiah Hazley, uncovered, straight down the seam. How many times have we said that this year? Touchdown Duke.
There you go, and that was the exclamation mark on a 49-32 win over Wake Forest. Meanwhile, it's 12th-ranked Miami blowing past Pitt. The final score there, 38-7. It wasn't that close. Louisville, speaking of not close, they blow past Kentucky 41-0 to capture the Governor's Cup of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. Clemson wins the Battle of the Palmetto State over South Carolina 28-14. And that is your final scores from earlier today. We can update you quickly. SMU is now trailing Cal 17-7 in the second quarter. Cal just added a touchdown. We'll run through the top 25 for you after this break. Wolfpack in command so far. What a great 30 minutes of football we've seen so far. 28-10. We've got to look at the first half stats as well. Stay with us. This is the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future, they create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we believe that getting to know you is the best way to protect what you love most. We have friendly agents in every county to help you prepare for the unexpected. And when life doesn't go as planned, our award-winning claims team will be with you every step of the way. Find a local agent today at ncfbins.com. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
Yo, it's Isaiah Moore. You're listening to Wolfpack Football.
Thanks to the fans, the Wolfpack definitely have a big home field advantage. Want the same kind of advantage for your home? Head to Quality Equipment to pick out your new John Deere agriculture, lawn, or worksite equipment. Our sales, parts, and service teams are ready to help. You'll also be a huge fan of our low monthly payments and special financing. Stop by one of our 35 locations or visit us online at QualityEquip.com. Quality Equipment, proud sponsors of NC State Athletics.
At Window World, we proudly support our active duty military and veterans. Our Salute to Service platform during NC State athletic events honors those who serve our country to recognize the sacrifices made to protect our freedoms. Window World is America's exterior remodeler, improving homes and changing lives. Locally owned, nationally trusted, serving Raleigh and Fayetteville with windows, doors, siding, garage doors, and roofing. Visit WindowWorldOfRaleigh.com for your free estimate today. Window World is a proud sponsor of NC State Athletics.
Wolfpack in complete control at this point, 28-10 over the UNC Tar Heels. Let's look at scores from the top 25 games in progress at the moment. 10th ranked Alabama and Auburn, the Iron Bowl going on at Jordan-Hare Stadium tonight. And it's been all Alabama so far as they lead in the second quarter over Auburn 17-0. 17th ranked USC trailing UCLA 10-7 at halftime. 24th ranked Tulane at the break leads Charlotte by the score of 21-0. An important game as far as playoff aspirations are concerned for Tulane. They need to win and probably need to win impressively. Speaking of winning impressively, top-ranked Ohio State, no trouble with Michigan at home today in the Big House. It was all Ohio State, and they got the lead on this play.
4th and 5, Ohio State at Michigan's 35. Julian Sand gets the snap, back to throw. Sand looks, Sand fires down the right sideline for Jeremiah Smith. He's got it inside the 10 and into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremiah Smith, 35 yards. Welcome back, Jeremiah Smith. 9-6 Ohio State.
Welcome back indeed. He missed last week's game, but came back with a big contribution to this afternoon's contest as the Ohio State wins going away 27-9. 5th-ranked Texas Tech blew out West Virginia 49-0. They'll play BYU in next week's Big 12 championship game. 6th-ranked Oregon, a win over a Washington 26-14. It was 8th-ranked Oklahoma with a late touchdown to beat LSU 17-13. 11th-ranked BYU, mentioned them. They trailed 14-0 early, but rallied from that deficit to beat UCF 41-21. 14th-ranked Vanderbilt goes to Neyland Stadium today and puts up 45 against Tennessee and beats them 45-24. Those are your scores from the top 25. We will update you on the stats from this first half. It was a fun one to watch, and we'll recap some of the big numbers for you after this. It's 28 for the Pack, 10 for the Tar Heels. This is Wolfpack football from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in Wolfpack Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
This is your home for NC State football, the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of NC State Athletics.
With holiday chaos around every corner, the minute you step into your BMW, you're in control. The BMW X3's adventure-ready agility is built for wherever the holidays take you. The effortless power of the X5 makes it easy to take on the season, and the iconic 3 Series is an exhilarating escape. The BMW Road Home Sales Event on now. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers now through December 1st.
Wolfpack 28-10 leaders over North Carolina here at the end of the first half. Third quarter action not far away now as we look at the first half numbers. Mike Moe back here in the studios, and it is all Wolfpack. Stats bear that out, both on the scoreboard and on the stats sheet. They put together a really solid first half, the Wolfpack did, with 271 yards of total offense, 124 yards rushing, 147 through the air. C.J. Bailey did a good job, 14 out of 21, 2 scores through the air. He's also rushed for 65 yards, and he leads the pack in that category as well. They held North Carolina to just 11 rushing yards in the first half. Tar Heels penalized 6 times, totaling 60 yards, 3 flags against the Pack for 35 yards, 19 first downs for NC State, 8 for the Tar Heels. Tar Heels 3 out of 5 on third downs. The Pack, though, 3 out of 6, converting all of those fourth down tries. They went 3 of 3 in that department. Wolfpack 45 plays compared to UNC's 23. Wolfpack averaging 6 yards per snap, 4.9 for the Tar Heels. A pair of passing touchdowns, as I said, for C.J. Bailey, and you've also got a couple of rushing touchdowns for his backup, Will Wilson, who's been in the game and has rushed it 7 times for 21 yards and those 2 scores. You add it all up, it's a great performance. We see what the third quarter has in store for us. We know that North Carolina will have the first possession of quarter number 3. Chaz, Johnny, and Tony are back to call it for you after this on the Wolfpack Sports Network from Learfield.
R&D Brewing is bringing the official beer of Saturday to Carter Finley Stadium this football season. 7 Saturdays IPA is the perfect beer for watching the big game, whether you're tailgating with friends or watching the game at home. Pick up your 7 Saturdays IPA at any major retail outlet across North Carolina. Make every day Saturday. R&D Brewing reminds you to please drink responsibly.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact us today to learn more at cpisecurity.com.
Hey, this is LeVar Fisher. You're listening to Wolfpack Football.
NC State's going to win this.
Nothing feels as good as a win, but a few things are more important. I'm Larry Barber, President and CEO of North State Bank. We believe everyone should be treated with dignity and respect, on and off the field or the court, in life and in business. Get better together and win together.
If that sounds like the bank for you, visit northstatebank.com. North State Bank, the best call you'll ever make. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Proud supporters of the Wolfpack.
North Carolina folks often recognize and associate Edwards Incorporated with our mobile crane rental business, but that's only part of our story. We're also a full-service industrial general contractor that specializes in steel and pipe fabrication, electrical and mechanical construction. Edwards Incorporated is committed to delivering exceptional value with an emphasis on safety, quality, and performance for your project needs. For your industrial construction needs, trust Edwards Incorporated to provide the quality you expect and deserve. Safety, quality, performance guarantee. Visit us at edwardsinc.com. Edwards Inc. is a proud supporter of NC State Athletics.
NC State's all over North Carolina after the half, as we've got a couple of minutes before the second half is set to kick off. C.J. Bailey, 14 of 21 passing, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers in the ball game for either team. The Pack has 3 tackles for loss. North Carolina, 1 tackle for loss. It is all NC State. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. And the Pack has come out and just stepped right on the Tar Heels, Johnny. It's been a totally one-sided ball game.
It really has, and for UNC not to hardly have any rushing yards, NC State shutting that part of the game down. Gio has played well. He's got a high completion average, but when you don't have any kind of running game, it's gonna catch up with you sooner or later. And NC State's been able to put good pressure on Gio. And then offensively, the Pack, you heard Coach Doran, he's pretty pleased. You got 4 opportunities, you got the ball in your hands 4 times, you get 4 touchdowns. You can't get much better than that.
North Carolina has 11 rush yards on 11 carries. Lopez has 6 carries for 8 yards. Damon June, 2 carries for 3 yards. Benjamin Hall, 2 carries, 1 yard. And then somewhere in there, there's a loss of a yard that they'll tabulate on. So it's 11 carries, 11 yards. Just nothing doing for UNC on the ground. It's been elite stuff. We saw this rush defense way back in Winston-Salem. Johnny, remember those consecutive 3-and-outs that they kept on forcing, 5 straight against the Demon Deacons? This harkens back to that.
Yeah, and I think probably NC State came ready to play. Still to be determined whether UNC is ready to finish this football game. We'll see. Of course, NC State got the first half kickoff. That means Carolina will get the second half kickoff. They'll have an opportunity to make something happen first.
So Nick Konochinski will come on and boot it off right to left. We're just about set for the second half here in this rivalry game that's been one-sided. NC State's trying to win for the 5th consecutive time against the Tar Heels. Coach Doran is 8-4 all time against UNC. This is the run-up and the boot for Konochinski, right to left, end over end, and it rainbows over the back of Will Hardy's head and pounds out of the back of the left end zone. That's a touchback. As Gio Lopez in North Carolina will come out to the 25-yard line. Last time the Pack beat UNC 5 consecutive times was 2007-11. Tom O'Brien. They did it back from 1988 to 1992 as well. Dave Doran is trying to get to his 5th consecutive win here over UNC. 1st and 10 here for Gio Lopez with June to his right shoulder in the shotgun set from the 25. Takes the belt high snap and tosses it on a drag over the middle that's caught by Shipp. Sprints around to the near side of the field at the 30, and then he avoids a contact at the 35 as he shuffles away from Caden Fordham, who was right behind him, but it's a 10-yard gain to Shipp. It's that crossing pattern that has worked this year from time to time. Virginia's entire offense seems to be that, as Shipp now moves to the left slot. They run tempo with an empty backfield. Snap back to Lopez, and a whistle blows. And that might be a timeout for the Pack, I do believe. Ooh, a late punch.
First charge timeout, NC State. It'll be 30 seconds.
Brandon Cleveland hit the deck really late. Timeout Pack. Brandon Cleveland is palms to the sky like, how is that not a flag? And it is a timeout, and we'll stay right here. 29 seconds into the half. Tony Haynes on the sideline.
I'll tell you, Lopez and Shipp, they're quite a combination. I know North Carolina struggled on offense at times, but Lopez can really get hot out of the blue. Last week in the 3rd quarter, in fact, he was 10 of 11 against Duke in the 3rd quarter. The Blue Devils were helpless to stop him. So, you know, NC State's going to have to keep plugging away here defensively, make sure he doesn't get one of those grooves he's known for.
Shipp's been really good this year. He's been a bright spot on what has been one of the league's worst offenses. He comes in with 581 receiving yards. He has 76 yards tonight. On 6 grabs, he has a touchdown. It's North Carolina out of that timeout now, and Connor Cox, South Carolina Gamecock transfer tight end motions to the left side. Snap to Lopez, roll out to the right by design, taps the ball and then zips it incomplete. Overthrows Jordan Shipp to the 50-yard line. Jackson Vick was right behind Shipp, and that one was about a 15-yard effort that is out of bounds, incomplete at 2nd and 10.
It was a nice scheme set up because Gio was able to get all the way outside and gets a good vision, but maybe one of the poorest throws that he's made all night. He had his receivership on a deep out, and he had good vision in front of him. No defender in front of him, but he just threw the ball too far outside, out of bounds.
Jake Johnson, the tight end, with the left. Jordan Shipp motions to the right. 2nd and 10 at the Tar Heel 35. As Lopez fires it in a tight window that's caught by Shipp at the 42-yard line over the top of Assad Brown, who had his arm legally inside of where the catch radius was of Jordan Shipp, and he makes the grab anyway, pins it to his chest for a 7-yard gain.
And that Shipp has shown a lot of agility in catching the football, but that's the first time he's shown really strength, arm strength, finger strength, hand strength, just pulling the ball away for the completion.
2nd-year Tar Heel. Shipp's a sophomore out of Charlotte. 3rd and 3 here from the 42. Under centers Lopez. Takes the snap, toss sweep to Shipp to the right. Throws it back to Lopez, who falls down. Slips on the trick play, and on 2 knees, he's down at the 27-yard line. He slips and breaks up his own play.
Well, you know, right when you felt like, Tony, UNC had a little something going offensively, a couple of first downs, they try something tricky and they out-trick themselves.
Yeah, and what threw that off is the throw back to Gio Lopez. He had to bend over and make a shoestring catch before it hit the ground. And as he tried to right himself, he slipped. Here comes a fake, possibly. No, he's going to punt it.
McGinnis with a long run up on that one, and he punts a line driver to Terrell Anderson, who fields it at the 28-yard line and then veers over the 35 for a gain of about 7. There is a flag down, I believe. No, there's just an errant piece of debris on the field. At 12:53 to play here in the third, it's 1st and 10 Pack at the 35. It's a 44-yard punt there after the near fake by Tom McGinnis. He had a lot of green up ahead of him. He used it and eventually just popped it off that right foot. So 4 for 4 is NC State's offense in the first half. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns. So good on 4th down. 3 for 3 on 4th down. Snap back to Bailey at the 35. Handoff now to Smothers. Bounces it out to the right and dragged down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5. Leroy Jackson, Isaiah Johnson, I believe, on that left shoulder, has been active tonight, makes that tackle. NC State's kicker, Kanoa Vincent, is the least used kicker in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Why would you when you're always getting it on 4th and short? There's no knock on Kanoa. He does a nice job. They've just been able to keep these drives going, including a fake punt. 2nd and 5 here at the 40. Bailey, shotgun set with Hollywood to his left. Takes the snap. Tar Heels bring 7. They wrap up Bailey now and drop him back. That's Abu Jaude, who leads the ACC in sacks. He was the first one there. It's his 11th sack of the year. And it sets up 3rd and very long here as Bailey saw Abu Jaude coming, and then he kind of turtled the ball, hunched down over the ball, and backpedaled to the 32-yard line. So it's 3rd and 13.
And that's the first sack by UNC in this entire football game, and they've one of the best in the country and certainly the best in the ACC at sacking the quarterback. So give a lot of credit.
Play clock operator, please reset the play clock to 25 seconds, and it will start on my signal.
So with 11:34 and counting in the third, it's 3rd and 13 here for the Pack. Empty backfield. Bailey has 2 targets right and a triangle of receivers slot left. Snap to Bailey. This is a screen pass. It's caught by Hollywood Smothers at the right flat. He spins into a tackle, a gain of 4. And Caden Noonkester will likely have to come on to punt for the first time tonight. You'd think this might be a conventional punt situation. I said Smothers. I think that was Grimes. I beg your pardon. Wesley Grimes made that catch. Nooncaster's on and might actually punt it for the first time tonight. 4th and 9, snap coming from the Pack 36. Will Hardy's back to return the punt for UNC. He has 7 returns this year. Snap back to Noonkester, and he does boot it from the Pack 27. This is a missile taken by Hardy now at the Tar Heel 17. He sprints between the hashes, takes a thud, and then is dropped at just shy of the 30-yard line, and the flag comes in late as Will Hardy gets cracked to the 28-yard line, pending the flag here with 10:35 on the clock, 3rd quarter. Let's see, Preston Douglas, who converted the punt fake in the first half, makes the special teams tackle there. Flag is down to the 24-yard line. Here's the call.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Receiving team, number 21, his first of the game. That penalty is half the distance to goal. First down.
Johnny, every time UNC gets any just flicker of momentum their way, they've killed it with a self-inflicted penalty.
Yeah, it really has sort of been a story of their season, a little microcosm in this football game. You see glimmers of hope if you're a UNC fan, but they hurt themselves far too much.
Lenovo, global technology solutions company that has called NC home for 2 decades, is proud to support the community in the NC State Wolfpack. Lenovo, smarter technology for all. Visit us at Lenovo.com. We'll take a break. 10:35, 3rd quarter. Tar Heels have the ball, backed up toward their own 15-yard line. When we come back, NC State leads it 28-10 over the Tar Heels. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Thanks to the fans, the Wolfpack definitely have a big home field advantage. Want the same kind of advantage for your home? Head to Quality Equipment to pick out your new John Deere agriculture, lawn, or worksite equipment. Our sales, parts, and service teams are ready to help. You'll also be a huge fan of our low monthly payments and special financing. Stop by one of our 35 locations or visit us online at QualityEquip.com. Quality Equipment, proud sponsors of NC State Athletics.
When it comes to engineering, in North Carolina, one name leads the pack. The College of Engineering at NC State University is where next-generation leaders design, build, and launch solutions into the world. Our students don't wait for the future, they create it now with real-world impact, innovative research, and industry partnerships that power change and fuel our economy. We're solving problems that matter here in North Carolina and beyond. Engineering the future. It all starts at NC State.
The home of the red and white. This is Wolfpack Football.
Kohl's has the gifts on their wish list and yours, all in one place. From beauty favorites and cozy outfits to hosting must-haves and top toys. Find great prices on presents for everyone at Kohl's and Kohls.com. Great to be here. Final home game of the year, final game of the regular season. Full crew on hand. We've got final home game for the great Tony Haynes. In his 28th year, he was presented with a framed jersey. The left end zone, he had 56,919 fans cheer his way down in that left end zone. Tony's last ball game here. We've got ourselves Francis Combs, our spotter, Howard Baum, our statistician, Johnny Evans up here in the booth, David Modlin, our producer and engineer, yours truly on with you. Morgan Swords down there helping us get great sound on the sidelines. Wyatt Kopelman and Mike Moat back in the studio. The full crew on hand here for NC State and UNC. 10:35 to play third quarter. Here's Lopez and the Tar Heels. Snap back at the 14-yard line. Lopez has a good bit of time in the pocket and launches it away from Jordan Shipp, incomplete. At the far side of the field, he had a lot of time in a clean pocket and then just tossed it to the cleats of Jordan Shipp. Brian Nelson was right behind him. Would have been a gain of about 15 yards to the far side. Instead, it's 2nd and 10. Tony Haynes.
Boy, it doesn't look like North Carolina is completely giving it up on the running game. Not even trying it. Running a lot of empty sets, and they've become very, very one-dimensional here.
They haven't given anybody more than 2 carries other than Gio Lopez. And here is 2nd and 10 now. Lopez with Hall to his left. 3 targets to the right. Tight end to the left is Johnson. Snap back on 2nd and 10 at the 14. Under pressure is Lopez, and he is ripped down to the turf. Travali Price off the blind side. Big Travali with a sack. And it's 3rd and long here for the Tar Heels at 10:18 third quarter in this 28-10 pack lead. And Lopez is down hurt. Lopez is down at the 14-yard line. Tony Haynes, what do you think?
Yeah, Travali Price spun him around to the turf, and then Brandon Cleveland kind of fell on top of him, and he looked like he kind of got bent over in a very awkward way. They've now spun him around on his back, and looks like they're examining his left lower leg. And he's in pain big time. They've removed his helmet. I could see the expression on his face from here.
Max Johnson is getting warmed up. We'll take a break. He was last year's opening game starter for the Tar Heels, suffered a horrific injury, and now is the backup to Gio Lopez. We'll take a break, find out who the Tar Heel quarterback is when we come back. 10:18 on the clock in the third quarter. It is 28-10. NC State leads. Will be 3rd and 12 for UNC at its own 12 when we come back. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Hey, this is Mike Glennon, and you're listening to NC State Football.
Want instant savings at the gas pump every time you fill up? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Download the ExxonMobil app and sign up for ExxonMobil Direct Debit Plus. Then you'll get up to 12 cents off every gallon instantly. Go on, sign up today. It's easy. Download the Handy Hugo's Crazies Rewards app and get amazing deals throughout the store each and every month. Right now, you can get any size fountain, coffee, or cappuccino for only 99 cents. Download the Handy Hugo's Crazies Rewards app and never pay full price again.
To us, every moment matters. Moments of quiet perseverance and loud celebrations. Starting moments and the moments that make us feel unstoppable. We're here to help you be present for them all. UNC Health is dedicated to getting you back to what you love. Faster, stronger, and healthier. Official healthcare provider of NC State Athletics.
So it'll probably be Max Johnson, the quarterback here for UNC. Four-year starter between LSU and Texas A&M before transferring to Chapel Hill. And last year against the Minnesota Golden Gophers, he had this horrible leg injury and missed last year. It's amazing he's back this year. He's played in 3 games. Most of his action has been against Clemson. He was 26 of 42 for 208 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He has 378 pass yards this year. Takes the snap to the right holster, centers it now, dumps it off at the 12-yard line to Goss out of the flat, who's spun around and dropped at the 19-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup to Goss out of the backfield. Jackson Vick and Caden Fordham combined for the tackle, and that ends the drive for UNC, as they'll have to punt at under 10 minutes to play third quarter.
Probably all you could expect from Johnson coming in that situation. He didn't want to try to force anything into a tight window down the field, so he threw to the open check down receiver to pick up the yardage. NC State was ready to make the tackle.
McGinnis is on to punt it off here for the Tar Heels. Hunched over, catches the snap, rolls out right, boots it at the 10. End over end, left to right. Hits off the back of one of the NC State blockers, and then Terrell Anderson smartly dives on it at the Pac 42. So 9:30 on the clock, third quarter, and Anderson has been excellent returning punts since coming on about 3 or 4 games into the year. And it makes it 1st and 10 for the Pack. Tonight's game's presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Dangerous moment there for NC State, up 28-10, well fielded by Anderson on the ball that was pinballing around.
Yeah, takes you back to the Florida State game when just the opposite.
The ball was illegally touched by the kicking team at the 45-yard line. The ball will be placed there. It's first down.
Also was touched by the Tar Heels first, they say, in the scrum. So it will be 1st and 10 now at the 45. Snap back to Bailey, turns and gives now to Smothers, pumps the brakes, works off the left side of the line, and then dropped by Abu Jaude. Makes that tackle there. All right, Johnny, you see any missed punt now, and you're going to think about Florida State and that maybe the craziest special teams play that anybody in Carter Finley's ever seen. The well-placed kick by Caden Noonkester off a helmet for the 35-yard ricochet. Just a classic. 2nd and 9 here for C.J. Bailey at the 46. Deep drop, dump off left flat, Smothers, and he squeezes through a tackle of 2 Tar Heels toward the 50. Gain of a couple of yards. That was Dixon and Abu Jaude combining for the tackle there for UNC. It's 3rd and about 6. 8:47 and ticking third quarter. Tony Haynes.
Yeah, Abu Jaude dropped into coverage that time. He did not rush the quarterback. Either that was the call or he got a good read on that quick little swing pass out to Hollywood Smothers.
How about Abu Jaude is a Delaware transfer. He's a 6'5", 260-pound redshirt junior. He's from New Jersey. He has had a heck of a season for UNC. It's 3rd and 7 now for the Pack. Empty backfield, 4-man Tar Heel rush. Bailey dumps it off over the middle, and it is batted down. That's incomplete. That's cost the nickelback. Left hand on a dive in front of the intended target, Keenan Jackson. He smacks it down. It would have been enough for a first down. Instead, it's 4th and 7, and Noonkester will come on and punt. 8:18 to play, 3rd quarter. 28-10, NC State leads. Cost let that ball hit Jackson in the hands. It was low. He went diving down for it, and right when it hit him, he dislodges the football. And here is Noonkester on to punt it. From the near hashes. Snap is there. Noonkester crouches to grab it, boots it off. This one's low and wobbly, right to left. Takes a Pack bounce, and then inside the 15-yard line, Noah Rogers is there to help shield it when it is down at the 11. Great job by punt coverage, and Caden Noonkester strikes again. And that is a 41-yarder with 8:07 on the clock in this 3rd quarter. Go to struttothehut.com to find exclusive Pack fan deals. Offers are updated throughout the year, so the Pack always gets the best price. Go to struttothehut.com and order Pizza Hut today.
Noonkester, the beneficiary, because he normally kicks the ball much longer than that short punt that hit and bounced. You can't play it both ways. You got to stay back for his long kicks, and every once in a while, when he kicks the short ones, he gets the benefit of the roll.
Done a nice job this year, really has, and for years. 1st and 10 now, UNC at the 11. Snap, Johnson, play fake, roll out left. Dumps it off to Connor Cox, the tight end, who gets cracked, a gain of a couple of yards. Jackson Vick is there to drop the 6'6", 250-pound tight end, and it's 2nd and 8 for UNC. Form tackle in the open field for Jackson Vick. 4th consecutive start since coming back from injury this year.
Vic did a really nice job of anticipating man coming out in front of him. The pass was thrown. He came up and really made up a lot of ground to make the tackle.
2nd and 8 here for UNC. Johnson snaps shin high, pulls it up, drops beyond the 5, dumps it off left flat, snatched by June, lost the football, fumble. NC State's on top of it at the 16-yard line. June has the ball in the flat open field. Pack dislodges it. First turnover of the game. Caden Fordham dislodges the ball at 7:14 to play in the 3rd quarter, and it's all Pack tonight here in Carter Finley, up 28-10 inside the red zone.
Fordham had the inside-out leverage, Tony, and he made the hit.
Catch, fumble, and recovered by the defense.
Yeah, and tremendous hustle by Kean Sloan, because he had a great pass rush on a twist up inside. He flushed Johnson out of the pocket. Then
the ruling on the field of a completed catch, fumble, and recovery by the defense is under further review.
The pass was delivered, and then Kean Sloan, who was in the North Carolina backfield, he backtracked, and he was there to pounce on that football when it came loose. Unless there was a juggle here, guys. I think that's got to be a fumble, but they're going to look at it.
They're going to review it. Close shave instant replays brought to you by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Barbasol Shaving Cream, why pay more for gels when Barbasol delivers an instant thick lather for a close, comfortable shave? Choose Barbasol, quality shave, and a trusted value. The ball was passed out to the left flat. June had it in 2 hands. The question is, once he made his football move, did he have possession? He has it in 2 hands and then rolls out. The ball rolls out at the 16-yard line.
I think he had it. He had it, took a step and a half when the ball was pulled out of there, and then Sloan hustling back upfield to get on top of it.
If he didn't have it, he was bobbling it through quite a bit of time.
Yeah, and remember the call in the field was fumbled. So.
Right. I mean, he takes about 2.5 steps. If they rule this incomplete, then he had like 2.5 steps while he was basically balancing the ball in his palms without holding it. Just hard to do. Fordham went and tackles him. Looks like the Pack defense is going out onto the field.
Wow.
They've pulled the offense off the field. Here is Nate Black, the referee, with the call.
After further review, the pass was incomplete.
Yeah.
It's third down.
So they're saying he was bobbling it the entire time after a couple of steps were made and never had possession.
And I'm only assuming, Tony, that the view that they were looking at, the officials were looking at to make that reversal wasn't the same views that we were having, because I just didn't see enough of a bobble to.
Yeah, I agree. They've got multiple angles, and maybe there was an angle that showed that ball not completely in possession.
So Max Johnson comes out for UNC. It's 3rd and 8 from the 13 as the fumble and recovery are negated. Snap back, twisting blitz. Johnson steps up through it, runs for a first down, and then he wants to avoid contact and slides. First down, Tar Heels to the 31. It's an 18-yard run for Max Johnson, who's not known for his speed, to say the least. And it's 1st and 10 now for UNC as the C's part. Kean Sloan came in with Trey Thomas on a blitz. They nearly had him, but he sprints up through it. Runs to the line quickly now. In motion is Alex Taylor, right to left. Snap, 1st and 10 at the Tar Heel 31. He tucks and runs once again. Now veers to the near numbers, and he shoulders into some contact to the 44-yard line. That's a 13-yard gain. Jackson Vick is there. And that's back-to-back runs for Max Johnson from the 12-yard line of UNC to their own 45.
Well, Johnson clearly doesn't have the great speed from the quarterback position, but he's got good decision-making. Both of those back-to-back plays, they weren't called quarterback runs. He made the decision when he saw the open space, moving the football for his offense.
Snap of the 45. Johnson play fake, dump off right flat. Taylor grabs, spins, first down Tar Heels, sprints near sideline, south of the 45 into pack territory toward the 41. Assad Brown is there for the tackle. A gain of about 15 yards to the pack 40-yard line as Max Johnson has come in and the offense is starting to move.
Well, again, decision making. He makes a quick play fake and gets the ball out of his hands quickly to a man in the flat that was wide open for a nice game.
5:39 and ticking third quarter here. Snap, Johnson, 1st and 10 of the pack 40. Steps up through pressure from Soares. Rifles it right. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands of Shipp at the near sideline 28-yard line. Brian Nelson right there with Jordan Shipp to tackle him as the ball hits him in the paws and spin him down, dislodges the football.
Yeah, great job by Nelson that time. Nelson has been burned a couple of times by Shipp. That time he was right on his tail, made just enough contact when the ball hit Shipp's hands to cause him to not be able to come down with the completion.
5:30 on the clock. That reversed call looms as this drive now is moving at the pack 40-yard line. 5:30 to play, third quarter. It's 28-10. Pack leads the Tar Heels. Snap to Johnson. Rolls out to the right. Chaz Wallace is in his shadow now. A couple of pump fakes from Johnson as he is shoved out of bounds. And the UNC Tar Heel sideline converges on Jackson Vick behind Max Johnson, and he's finally Velcro peeled away as flags come out. And the sideline spills out onto the field of UNC to the far side of the field toward the numbers. And now Brian Nelson is peeled off of the scrum. And I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike against the UNC sideline. You got to let the opposing team's tackler get back onto the playing surface to the sidelines. Tony.
Yeah, North Carolina all night has been trying to bait NC State into a retaliation penalty. I think the Pack has done a good job of not responding, but sometimes it's the guy who's retaliating that ends up getting called a penalty. But that time, I thought NC State did a good job on their side of getting control of the situation. But you had one Pack player over there, Jackson Vick. I mean, they just pretty much surrounded him.
After the play was over, personal foul. Late hit out of bounds. Defense, number 22.
Wow. So Jackson Vick for a late hit out of bounds.
Automatic first down.
So the late hit is the call. That's the penalty that's being adjudicated by that against NC State, but that doesn't change the fact that the entire UNC team surrounded Vick to not allow him to get off the sideline. So that was not called. So tough call against the Pack.
Dave Doran was really upset when that call was made. I don't know who he was talking to or what he was upset at specifically, but he came bursting out onto the field. It is 1st and 10 here at the Pac 22. 5:16 and ticking here. Max Johnson is out, 3 of 5 passing, 24 yards, but he's rushed for 35 yards on this drive. Takes the snap with 4 targets. Blitz is on. Johnson dumps it off left flat. That's caught by Pesor as he angles to the center of the field. Now twists out to the far side of the field, and he's shoved out of bounds right near the 10-yard line for a first down for UNC inside the red zone. Devon Marshall is there for the shove. It's 1st and 10 at the 12. Tony Haynes.
Yeah, and since Johnson came in the game, NC State has started to blitz more. They feel like he's going to be kind of a sitting duck in the pocket. It hasn't turned out to be the case. The other issue is NC State is not getting home with these pressures. North Carolina is doing a good job of picking them up.
Pesor is to the left now. Ship is slot right. Max Johnson's brother, the tight end Jake Johnson, is now motioning right to left. Shotgun set here for Max Johnson, left hashes from the 12. He zips it left. It is batted down, nearly intercepted. Assad Brown jumps the route. Left hand smacks the ball down at the 5. They wanted Goss out of the backfield, and Johnson telegraphs the pass as Assad Brown pushes it to the turf at 2nd and 10.
Boy, Assad Brown, man, he got a beat on that football. If he had a chance to get his right hand through the player that he was guarding, he had a chance for a pick 6, but really nice job defending Assad Brown.
Pesor is toward the right boundary. Ship is slot right. Shotgun set, Johnson flanked by running back. Snap at the Pac-12 yard line. Dump off to Hall right flat. There's a blocker there. He moves past him and now works into a gang tackle of Red at the 11-yard line. There's a gain of 1 yard for Benjamin Hall. 4:05 and ticking third quarter. NC State leads it 28-10 as the Tar Heels will have 3rd and 9 now at the 11.
Well, let's see if there's some pressure that Coach Elliott calls for the Wolfpack to come after Johnson. He's not all that swift. He is a good decision maker. He's getting rid of the ball quickly. Let's see if they can get some pressure right up in his face.
Taylor, Pesor, and Ship to the left. Jake Johnson slot right. Play clock's at 2. Johnson claps for the football. 3rd and 9 at the 11. Blitz is on. Throws off his back foot. End zone. It is incomplete. Batted down to the right side of the end zone. He wanted Alex Taylor. Right hand got onto the ball, but he could not haul it in. He smacks it down like a basketball dribble to the turf. Incomplete. It's 4th and 9, and UNC's field goal unit's on.
And Johnson's being very ginger leaving the field. It took him a while to get up off the ground, like he had a lower body injury, maybe even a back injury, but he's jogging off now, but he's still moving very slowly. He
had a horrible leg injury before the year started, last season against Minnesota, and now he is on the sideline. The snap, the hold, and the kick for Verhoff is good. Right upright. It's about a 30-yarder from the right hash is a 29-yarder, and it makes it 28-13. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield. Great job by NC State's defense to bend but not break with a 28-13 score. We'll take a break. It's the Pac 28, North Carolina 13, 3:16 to play, third quarter. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
PNC Bank is proud to serve and celebrate the places they call home. And to share that pride, they're helping you put your passion front and center everywhere you shop with the NC State University PNC Bank Visa Debit Card. PNC Bank is proud to be part of the NC State University community. PNC Bank. See how they can make a difference for you at pnc.com/debit card. Visa is a registered trademark of the Visa International Service Association and used under license. The PNC Financial Services Group, Inc. All rights reserved. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
From the mountains to the coast, 2.5 million North Carolinians are members of an electric cooperative. As a co-op member, you're part of exciting efforts to power a brighter future in WOLFPACK Nation and across our state. Beyond providing electricity that powers our lives, electric co-ops are strengthening local communities with education grants, economic development, innovative energy projects, and tools to help you better manage your home energy use. Learn more at ncelectriccooperatives.com.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, you're more than a policy, you're family. With offices in every county, we're close by when it matters most. Our local agents customize coverage to fit your life. And our award-winning claims team delivers fast, quality repairs. It's no surprise Forbes ranked us the #1 auto insurer in America. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
NC State and UNC. Back now to Carter Finley Stadium.
28-13 is the score. NC State holds North Carolina to another field goal with 3:16 on the clock. As we'll hand it off to Johnny here for the stats. Oh, no, I beg your pardon. 3:16 on the clock. Almost. Let's go down to Tony. Let's go down to Tony Haynes.
Yeah, it behooved the NC State offense to get some first downs here. A couple of quick possessions, primarily because North Carolina did a much better job defending on first down on those two possessions. You remember that was a problem for the Tar Heels in the opening half. The Pack did a great job on first down and staying on schedule offensively, but Carolina's tightened up here on first down these first two series for the Pack.
So here's Verhoff to kick it off left to right. It is Duke Scott back, the right goal line for the Pack. 3:16 third quarter. Here's Verhoff the run up and the kick. End over end, and he's a good kicker. He's got a big leg here for UNC. There's a touchback. NC State, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns in the first half. And they've had Noonkester on a couple of times here in this second half.
2 3-and-outs offensively for NC State, so it's time to sort of get things kicked back to in gear here. They've been pretty stale, pretty stagnant offensively here in the second half, so they got an opportunity with just a few minutes left in the third quarter to get things turned back in their direction.
Yeah, UNC's only scored more than 21 points 2 times against power opponents this year, and the offense has really struggled. We're getting to a point now north of 30 where they just seem to be unable to keep up. Here's Bailey now at the 25. Handoff to Duke Scott. Rumbles through an arm tackle now, and then he works north to the 30 to the 31. So a 6-yard pickup to Duke Scott off left tackle. 3:06 and counting now, and Kamori House is there for the finish of that play for UNC.
And it'll be interesting to see if they're going to go with Duke Scott for a protracted period of time here late in the third quarter. He's the more of the north-south runners of the 2 running backs for NC State.
And that incredible game against Georgia Tech, 207 yards from scrimmage. Snap to Bailey, great time in the pocket, throws it on a drag, and it's dropped by Noah Rogers, who had a ton of green. Johnny, maybe he was thinking about all that green because he would have been off to the races. Instead, it's 3rd and 5.
Yeah, the classic looking downfield, anticipating what you're going to do with the ball before you've actually possessed the ball. And you can see the frustration in Noah there as he bounces the ball once, dribbles it back to himself, runs back to the huddle.
Rare drop. He had 8 catches for 96 yards against Georgia Tech. Snap on 3rd and 4. Bailey roll out right. Caught Teddy Hoffman. First grab against UNC for the true freshman. First down to the 41-yard line. A 10-yard pickup. Jaden Patterson, the cornerback, is right there at 2:24 and counting third quarter.
And that was a fastball by C.J. Bailey, Tony. Yeah. Great catch.
You guys were talking about Duke Scott on the radio show earlier this week. Dave Doran said he really wanted to get Hollywood Smothers 1,000 yards, but right now it's Duke Scott.
93 yards away from 1,000 coming into the game. Snap, Bailey, handoff to Duke, rumbles into contact, and then a second effort north of the 45 to the 47. 6-yard pickup to Scott as a flag got thrown in toward where the tackle's made. 2:01 on the clock.
Personal foul, face mask.
There you go.
Defense. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
All right, so Scott kind of ran into the wall, and then he got bounced back, and they ran into it again for a 6-yard gain, and finally got pulled down, but illegally so by UNC with a face mask.
Where you're seeing a little bit of a quicker hitting of the hole for Scott. He's the proverbial north-south runner. He goes straight line till he gets out into open space, and he seems to be having a little bit more success running the football here on this drive.
Hoffman and Grimes to the right, Anderson left. 1st and 10 at the UNC 38. Snap to Bailey, pulls it down, leaves it in the grasp of Duke Scott, who jitterbugs his way through the 35 to the 34. 4-yard pickup for Scott. 93 seconds left, third quarter. Pack up 28-13 on the Tar Heels and driving.
Now it looks like Smothers is coming back in for Scott. What a great 1-2 punch. 2 entirely different styles of running, different ways of getting the job done. But Smothers is back in now here on second about 6.
Had a Jacarius Peak pancake block on that block there. We're on 2nd and 6 now, coming up at the 34. He has been steady starter every game at left tackle. Snap to Bailey, launches over the middle, flag flies. It's incomplete, intended for Hoffman toward the far numbers at the 24-yard line. Would have been a gain of 10. Flag is out. Caleb Koss, the nickelback, right there on the dive over the back of Hoffman, and I think it's against UNC.
Defensive holding.
Prior to the pass, holding. Defense, number 21. 10-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
And that's on Koss, the nickelback. That's a First Horizon first down. That puts the clock at 58 seconds, and the ball spotted at the 24. NC State up 28-13 here on UNC. As it will be Jackson and Rogers to the left, Jolie and Grimes short side right. Chance to really step on UNC here. 1st and 10 at the Tar Heel 24, right hashes. Bailey claps for the ball, runs to the left, hands it off now to Smothers, and he's wrapped up, gobbled up, and brought back. Loss of 1, maybe 1.5 on the play.
And you can see the slower kind of mechanism in the handoff in the run game is just not working against these very quick defensive linemen of UNC. You got to hit it quick and hit it fast, going straight toward your goal line.
That's the strength of the Tar Heel team, that defensive front there in the box. That's where they've been the best this year. Starters and backups in the interior of the line, all at about 35 tackles. That's a ton this year. It's 2nd and 11. Snap to Bailey at the Tar Heel 25. Zips it right. There's a slant that's caught by Grimes, and then he's tackled for a 10-yard pickup to the 15-yard line. Marcus Allen is there into the Case IH red zone. Moves NC State. Could be the last play of the quarter. And it is.
That is the end of the third quarter.
So the field flips. Chance to beat UNC for the 5th consecutive time. The NC State is at the 15-yard line. 3rd and 1 when we come back. It's NC State 28, North Carolina 13 here in Carter Finley, another packed house. You're listening to Wolfpack football from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Torrey Holtz, and you're listening to Wolfpack Football.
Your business runs on technology, but is it secure? At Milner, we deliver managed IT and cybersecurity services that keep your data safe, your network protected, and your business compliant. We're SOC 2 Type 2 certified, so you can trust us to manage cyber risks while you focus on growth. And yes, we've still got your office covered with copiers and printers that work as hard as you do. Milner, technology that's secure, reliable, and always on your side.
Hi, this is head coach Dave Doran, and I'm proud to drive a vehicle from John Heister Automotive. Get off your keister and come to Heister.
Hello, I'm John Heister for the Heister Automotive Group. We are excited to back the pack this season. Coach Doran drives one of our vehicles, and you can too. Just visit one of our 4 locations around the Triangle, Sanford, Lillington, or Fuquay-Varina. and all of them are closer to you now with the opening of the 540 Outer Loop. Or go online to HeisterAutomotive.com and we'll bring the vehicle to you. So it's just one more reason to get off your keister and come to Heister.
Welcome back to Carter-Finley Stadium, everyone. I'm Johnny alongside Chaz in the booth, and Tony is on the sidelines. And at the end of 3 quarters, it's NC State 28, North Carolina 13. These stats are brought to you by the College of Engineering at NC State University. Engineering the future, it all starts here. Let's take a look at those numbers. NC State has 310 total offense, 173 passing, 137 more rushing, just 4 penalties, 22 first downs, 4 of 9 on third down conversions, and 3 of 3 on fourth down conversions. For UNC, 183 total offense, 153 in passing, only 30 yards rushing, 9 penalties, 14 first downs, 4 of 9 on third down conversions. C.J. Bailey's 18 for 27, 173 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Bailey also 7 carries for 57 yards. Smothers 11 carries for 30 yards. Justin Jolie has 5 catches for 30 yards, 1 touchdown reception. Wesley Grimes 4 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown reception. And Gio Lopez is 11 for 16, 118 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Max Johnson, his replacement, is 5 of 9 for 35 yards.
And if there was any doubt, it is Will Wilson time. It's 3rd and 1. He has 2 rush touchdowns tonight. 3rd and 1 here from the 15-yard line. Snap to Wilson. QB keeper. Big hole. Great blocking. Darius Johnson spins first down inside the 5. Rugby scrum moves. Turns the cleats. Touchdown. Power touchdown. On 3rd and 1, a 15-yard Will Wilson muscle run. It is NC State up 34-13. 14:52 to play. The 3rd rush TD from Will Wilson. Flag is down at the 4-yard line. 8 seconds into this 4th quarter. Tony Haynes.
What do they say? If there's a will, there's a way.
That's right.
There was a lot of will on that one.
Flag is down.
There's a hat down on the field. A cap. One of the officials dropped his cap.
Nate Black's talking to the 2 officials at the far hashes toward the flag. And they're hashing it out. Here we go.
There are 3 fouls in the play. All about the defense. Offside.
Well, there you go.
Defense.
That's a touchdown.
That penalty's decline. Illegal substitution. Defense. That penalty's also declined. Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, personal foul, necessary roughness. Defense number 5. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
I mean, that's a full buffet, Johnny. You take your pick. You got all 3 options.
Yeah. Well, yeah, to me, forget the defensive penalties. How about Will Wilson? Let's focus on that. What an amazing run that was. Got a lot of help when he was pretty much stopped on his own power. His offensive lineman came in behind him, and that scrum, you could just see it moving. And for an unbelievable touchdown run by Will Wilson.
Extra point is good, right uprights. 35-13, early 4th quarter. Will Wilson runs into a pile, and the entire pile moves 5 yards. And just about 11 UNC defenders were in that pile, getting shoved backwards on their heels.
A lot of effort going on, and Tony, the Wolfpack had more effort than UNC on that one.
You know, the Philadelphia Eagles had the tush push. I don't know what you call that, but there were some similarities because there was a group of 3 or 4 offensive linemen coming in from behind and just kind of started shoving the pile and pushing Will Wilson forward. That used to be illegal, but now it's very legal.
It is a Will Wilson entire just a pile driver into the end zone.
Somebody in the press in the press conference afterwards has to ask Will, what did it feel like? It looked like his feet were off the ground, and then he just kept moving. He just kept going.
Floating.
He was floating into the end zone, and he knew where his power was coming from.
John Heister scoring drive, 8 plays, 75 yards, takes 3:24 off the clock. Get off your keister and go to Heister. That is a 15-yard Will Wilson touchdown run, his third rush TD of the night. Nick Konochinski boots this one left to right, and with the 15-yard penalty, it was teed up at the 50. So a no doubt touchback there for Konochinski on a late flag. Another late flag comes out. This is starting to get a little chippy down here. Oh, there's a little late contact of Jordan Shipp at the 20-yard line. He and Zach Myers collide. One of the Tar Heel players is really upset with the official. Boy, frustrations may be boiling over for what has been frankly a bizarre UNC football season, at least from afar. Jonathan Agumadu was talking to the official.
There are 2 fouls in the play, one by each team. After the play, personal foul, necessary roughness, kicking team, number 54, receiving team, number 24. Those fouls offset. It's first down.
All right, so it will be 14:52 to play, and UNC ball in a 35-13 NC State leads. Pack up big now here in the Tar Heels. Offsetting personal foul penalties. Ball is at the 25.
Give the Pack's offense a lot of credit after having those kind of stagnant 2 drives where they had 3 and outs on each of those 2 early in the third quarter. That last one that carried over from the end of the third quarter to the early in the fourth quarter, that was a huge drive.
Alex Taylor motions left to right. Snap Max Johnson, lofts it right side. That's caught by Shipp, and Caden Fordham sizes him up and shoves him out of bounds just north of the 30. It's a gain of 7 yards to the 32. Jordan Shipp has 8 grabs for about 90 yards now and a touchdown. He's the leader of this Tar Heel offense in terms of production. And this is actually now his season high for yardage. Snap back to Max Johnson, 2nd and 3 at the 32. Under pressure, Johnson flips it out to the right near the line to gain, and a great tackle at the far side of the field by A.J. Richardson, who stuffs Goss short of the line to gain by a yard, and it sets up 3rd and 1.
And you've called Richardson's name multiple times here so far. It's good to see him back in action after being out so long.
That's his 5th tackle tonight. Under center now is Johnson. Turns and gives to Goss. Rumbles off right side. First down UNC. Caden Fordham brings him down to the 39. A 5-yard pickup. Tony Haynes.
Isn't there the first handoff in the second half?
Feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that was 3rd short, and obviously that was a smart play call there. But for the most part, these guys have completely given up on the conventional run game anyway. The quarterback scrambles netted them some yards.
And the only short plays have been these little quick passing routes to the flat. But everything else, yeah, you're right. It's really been exclusively passing. 1st and 10 of the 39. Johnson snap, back pedals under pressure and throws it incomplete. In fact, he threw it up the back of one of his offensive linemen at the 40. I think he was just trying to get rid of that football, Johnny. What do you think?
No, I think he was. I think he was feeling the pressure. You know, he doesn't have the fleetest of feet. He was backtracking, and the only chance he had was just throwing incompletion, and he threw it right at the feet of one of his linemen out there on a little screen pass.
It was Daniel King, the Troy transfer. Every offensive lineman for UNC is a transfer. UAB, Jacksonville State, Georgia a couple of years ago, Troy, and South Carolina, left to right. The origin of the offensive line for UNC. 2nd and 10, the 39. Johnson launches right. It is a sliding grab. Underneath it is his brother Jake, and that's a gain of 10 and a first down for UNC. Devon Marshall's right there. Jake Johnson, 6'6", 240-pounder for Max Johnson, 6'5", 225-pounder.
I wonder how many times those 2 guys in the backyard threw that outcut to from Max to Jake.
Yeah, they have played a lot of football their entire lives. Their dad, Brad, won the Super Bowl, the NFL, longtime quarterback. 1st and 10, UNC at its own 49. Johnson targets his brother again, incomplete left slot. A.J. Richardson is in there on the coverage. Once again, Tony Haynes.
Yeah, well, one of the tough things about a game like this is your pass rushers get worn down, and you got to rotate and use as much depth that you have available, because nothing uses up more energy than rushing the passer on every single down, and that's what these guys have been asked to do. So they're kind of rotating defensive linemen at this point.
UNC has thrown it 30 total times this game. They're 19 of 30 as a team. Gio Lopez got hurt earlier tonight. Johnson, 2nd and 10 at the UNC 49. Throws it over the middle. It is Caden Fordham. He picks it off. 2 hands, his 2nd career pick. They say incomplete. At the 35.
Is an incomplete pass.
They may review that. They may review that at the Pack 35. A diving effort by Caden Fordham, and you might want to pull the monitor out for this one. Fordham with diving, 2 hands on it, down to the turf. And he's calling for a replay review as the ball got bobbled and he squeezed it between his legs. That's a pick. That will be reviewed and intercepted for Caden Fordham, who sealed the deal in the Georgia Tech game with a pick and a diving grab here against UNC in his final home game.
Yeah, he bobbled the ball. The
ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. That play is under further review.
It rolled across his abdomen area, Tony, and then it fell down between his legs just before it was about to hit the ground. He squeezed his thighs together and came up with the football. It never hit the ground.
He actually cut in front of Teasdale, who was waiting for that ball. It was coming right at him. But Caden Fordham making that athletic dive. Question is here, when he squeezed that ball between his legs, did it hit the ground? You know, that'll be what they look at here.
Dives on the ground. He's kind of barrel rolling down. Ball is between his legs.
Yeah, I think
hits the ground.
Yeah, it hit the ground. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah. You don't get the benefit of the doubt with the thighs around the ball.
Supposedly, if you've got control, the ball can hit the ground. You know, as long as it doesn't bounce off the ground. So, but usually that means control by your hands and not by your thighs. Let's see.
After further review, the ruling on the field is upheld. It's third down.
All right. Yep. Tony says so. I guess they don't give you benefit of the doubt on control with the legs of the interception.
No, legs are different than hands.
Legs are different than
hands. We found out something tonight.
This is basically a science class up here in the booth. 10 tackles for Caden Fordham this game. That's his 8th double-digit tackle game this season. Incredible. He now has 128 tackles on the year. 12:32 and counting here in the 4th quarter. It's all NC State up 35-13. 3rd and 10 here for Max Johnson and the UNC offense. Claps for the football, deep drop. Rolls out, Trey Thomas all over him, dives, Johnson brought down, sacked. Flag out behind the play. Trey Thomas brings Max Johnson down to the 42, loss of about 7 on the play to the far side of the field.
Holding. Offense, number 55. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 4th down.
Food Lion. Oh, there's some words being spoken now. Assad Brown and Jordan Shipp. Far side of the field. There's a Food Lion sack for NC State. Trey Thomas tearing through the line. 4th sack of the game for the NC State defense. Whistle blows.
The ruling on the field is that the runner was down by contact. That play is under further review.
They're going to check to see that the ball come loose on the sack. Johnson got brought down from behind by Trey Thomas. And if that ball got jostled free, it could be an NC State fumble recovery. Boy, it's been all pack, one-sided game. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns in the first half. Will Wilson has 3 rush TDs tonight. He has the touchdown here in the second half. And they're reviewing it. But you know what? Johnson, he got his legs pulled out underneath him, and he might have dropped the ball before his knee was down.
I don't think his knees hit. Maybe his right elbow hit.
It's an awkward moment. Johnson, oh no, that's a fumble. Yeah, that looks like a fumble. Johnson got tied up. Trey Thomas was dancing in celebration next to him, and then smartly, I believe Kean Sloan goes and scoops the football up.
His bottom.
Sebastian Harsh.
Doesn't look like any other body part.
Trey Thomas dives for Max Johnson. Left leg gets rolled up and tied up underneath his seat. And then he just drops the football before any of his elbows hit the turf. Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, you know, the ball came out and then his rear end hit the turf. But his knee, his elbow, none of those hit the turf before the ball came out. So it's going to be a fumble.
After further review, the ruling is a fumble with an immediate recovery by the defense. The holding penalty will still be declined. It's first down.
Sebastian Harsh recovers the fumble, so it's NC State ball at 12:26 to play. That's a heads-up play by Sebastian Harsh.
It was.
Because if nobody picks the ball up, the play just dies. You know, if the players give up on the play, it's over. Sebastian Harsh didn't quit, goes over and gets the football.
And knowing Max Johnson's history with leg injury, even though it wasn't the injured leg from last year that he was getting folded up under, you can still imagine that sensation. He just dropped the ball, and he wasn't all the way down. And so NC State, because of Harsh being heads up, have the football.
1st and 10, NC State at the Tar Heel 42. Snap, Bailey gives it now to Smothers. Runs right up the middle. Not much room there, and he's driven at the 40-yard line backwards, a gain of 2. Hollywood's trying to pick his way through the center of that defensive front. And we go down to Tony Haynes.
Yeah, you know, they really want to get him that 1,000 yards. And so we might see a steady diet. He's not been able to break loose yet tonight. You guys can look at the monitor and tell me how many yards. He's not gotten one of those big ones, one of those home runs so far in this game. But anytime he touches the ball, as Johnny said earlier, he's capable.
61 yards away. He has 32. And he needs 61 more. Snap to Bailey, flips it out to the right, flat at 2nd and 8 now. It's Anderson who sidesteps through a tackle on the screen pass and then is dropped to the 36. Gain of 4 yards.
Holding. Offense, number 8. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Well, bring it back. Make it 2nd and 18. That's on Keenan Jackson. So 11:37 on the clock, 3rd quarter. You know, Hollywood can always pop one. If he pops one, he's the 14th single season 1,000-yard rusher in NC State history. An amazing start to the year, and then he got banged up. And when he came back against Miami, it just didn't seem quite right. And Miami's defensive front's fantastic, but just didn't have that explosiveness down in Miami Gardens. Basically, he's the best running back in the league this year. 2nd and 18. 3rd in the ACC in all-purpose yards a game, over 100 from scrimmage on average for Hollywood Smothers. Snap to Bailey at the 50. Tosses it wide side right. That's caught by Grimes. 2 hands on it and then spun down to the turf by Dixon. That's at the 42-yard line. A gain of 8 on 2nd and 18. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Almost got half of it. That's kind of the general rule when you have that 2nd and long. You don't want to have to go for the whole thing. You try to get half of it and put yourself in a position. They didn't quite get half of it, but they got almost half. And now they're in a 3rd and 10. That's much more reasonable than 3rd and 18.
And you could go for it on 4th here if you get a good enough of it here. Right, you're in that part of the field. It's 3rd and 10 at the 42. 2 receivers each side. Snap back to Bailey, blitzes on, tosses it to the left. There's Jackson with 2 hands on it, and he's ridden down south of the 35, right near where you might be to go for it on 4th down. It's 4th and 2. It's a gain of 8 yards there with 10-16 and ticking, up 35-13 on the Tar Heels.
Yeah, a long field goal doesn't make sense at all. It's too short for a punt. I think you're going to see, you're going to go for it. Where's Will Wilson? Is he out there?
Not yet.
I think so.
I don't see him on 4th and 2. He's been perfect this year on 4th down. Came in 5 for 5, has converted them all tonight. 4th and 2, Bailey evacuates Hollywood out of the backfield. Whistle blows. Timeout Pack. Before they snap.
2nd charge timeout. NC State.
All right, 9:49 on the clock.
Timeout on the field.
and it sends us to a timeout. Medical Moving Solutions has partnered with NC State football this fall for every field goal and interception the Pack makes this season. Medical Moving Solutions will donate $100 to Gigi's Playhouse. Thank you to Medical Moving Solutions for your support of Gigi's Playhouse and the NC State Wolfpack. We'll take a break. Pack up big, 35-13 on the Tar Heels. 9:49 to play, fourth quarter. In search of win number 5 in the last 5 years against UNC. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Whether you're cheering for the Wolfpack or caring for your land, we know you're all in all season long. And Case IH compact and utility tractors are all in too. Mowing, digging, hauling. Our equipment, designed to meet the needs of America's farm fields, makes caring for your home field easier. Your Case IH dealer can show you how our equipment can make this season a winning one. Case IH, built by farmers.
Wolfpack fans, CPI Security is the official security and smart home company of NC State Athletics. Get the best defense with the Southeast leader in smart security. With CPI Security's professional installation and state-of-the-art 24/7 monitoring, you can rest assured knowing your home and business are protected. Plus, with our newest service, Night Guard, you can sleep soundly knowing CPI is on guard in the overnight hours. Contact us today to learn more at cpisecurity.com.
From kickoff to the final whistle, this is NC State football.
9:49 to play in Carter Finley. Last ball game of the regular season. NC State will bowl somewhere, and this game will help determine the destination with a 35-13 score over North Carolina right now at 9:49 to play. We had a rumor somewhere about the Fenway Bowl. I don't know if that's true or not. I know Sun Bowl representatives were hanging around. I don't know how Tony Haynes is going to respond to being on the third baseline at Fenway Park for a ball game. 4th and 2 here for NC State. It's Will Wilson time. He runs up the middle. He's incredible on 4th down this year. He's perfect, and he runs for a first down to the 28. A 6-yard gain for Will Wilson. It is clockwork for the Pack on 4th and short. Tony Haynes.
Man, the blocking on these plays is just amazing. I mean, you talk about winning the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack front just literally pushing the Tar Heels backwards 2 and 3 yards. And with Will Wilson's power, he's going to make the first down easily.
So first rise and first down yet again for Will Wilson. 1st and 10 at the UNC 28. Hoffman motions right to left. Pistol set here for Bailey. Tosses to Teddy Hoffman. Trick play possibilities. As now Hoffman has a chance to throw it from the left flat, and he is tracked down and stuffed by the Tar Heels to the 32-yard line. Loss of 4 on the play. Tony, what would it mean to you to be able to broadcast from the sidelines somewhere in the territory of Nomar Garcia-Parra in Boston in the Fenway area? What would that mean to you?
Well, more than likely, that weather would make this weather seem tropical.
That's right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they fit it. I don't know how they fit a 100-yard football field into Fenway Park, but they managed to do it.
Can you boot a field goal off the Green Monster? How does that work?
Possibly. Maybe that'll be a competition.
Just slams off the wall. Get a couple more dents in that thing. 2nd and 14 now, 32. Bailey zips it left. That's caught by, I believe, Anderson at the far side of the field, and then he tunnels underneath the tacklers to the 20, diving underneath there. And it is a gain of 12 yards on sets up 3rd and 2. Tony Haynes.
And talking about a football field in a baseball stadium, when the Chicago Bears back in the 60s, they used to play at Wrigley Field. One of the end zones was not 10 yards. It was like 8 or 9 yards.
Is that right?
They could not fit the entire 100 yards into Wrigley Field.
I always think of Bo Jackson running on the infield dirt in Oakland sometimes. 3rd and 2 here. It's Bailey who takes the snap. It's Wilson, I should say, of course, on 3rd and 2. And he has another short yardage first down. As the Pack moves the pile, 7:29 and ticking for yet another First Horizon first down. And now Bailey and Smothers trot out onto the surface. Pretty sure Dan Marino used to throw from some infield dirt every once in a while in Miami as well on a multi-purpose deal. It's been a bunch of them. It's the 6th time in the red zone tonight for NC State. 7 minutes and ticking fourth quarter. 35-13 NC State leads North Carolina. Snap back to Bailey, roll out to the right. Jolie's his lead blocker, and he dives inside the 10 and reaches the football to the North Carolina 9. An 8-yard run to the near sideline, and Dixon is there for the tackle. This game is well in hand at 6:37 and ticking as the Pack is deep inside the Case IH red zone again.
Here comes Will. Anytime they get within 2 yards, they make quite the running QB combo with Bailey being able to use his speed and athleticism on the corners, but Will Wilson running between the tackles.
They have 106 yards rushing between the two of them tonight. Snap to Wilson. Brings the ball to the right, inside the 5, and he's tackled toward the goal line, and his knee is spotted down at the 2. A 7-yard run for Will Wilson. He's in search of his 4th rushing touchdown tonight under 6 minutes to play. Flag is out in the back of the right end zone. We'll call it a discussion between Justin Jolie and another one of the Tar Heel defenders. We're talking about it. Hey, Pack fans, One Pack NIL Collective's proud sponsor of NC State Athletics, supporter of NC State football and our student athletes. Membership to One Pack NIL Collective includes autographed memorabilia, exclusive events and experiences, custom merchandise.
Result of the play is a first down. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 7. Offense, number 75. It's both first of the game. First down.
It's Kamori House, the linebacker, leading tackler for UNC, and the left guard for the Pack, Anthony Carter. Tony, what do you think?
Yeah, I've been watching it all night since the very beginning of the game. If some of the players on the North Carolina defense played as well as they talk, the score would be very different right now.
Well, it's a loquacious bunch down there. Chatty, talkative, yeah. So it's 1st and goal from the 3. Will Wilson's in search of his 4th rush TD tonight. 5:45 and ticking. Pack up big, 35-13. Right hashes. Wilson takes the snap, runs up the middle, charges, backward, goal line, touchdown. 3-yarder, Will Wilson, his 4th rush TD of the ball game. NC State has busted it wide open. It's 41-13. Pack is crushing the Tar Heels tonight with 5:34 to play. This one is not close. Last year in Keenan it was very close, and it came down to the final moments. This one's been NC State the whole way.
Will Wilson's been incredible. I don't know any other way to think about it. Very unique skill set. You just don't see the automatic pickups by any other position. I mean, Will's just it's been pretty amazing.
Snap, hold, and kicker good. Right uprights, 42-13. NC State is all over the Tar Heels with 5:34 to play. Sports and Social carries, bringing you the ultimate fan experience this season. Huge 42-foot HD big screen, food and beverage specials, live entertainment, and giveaways. Sports and Social is the place to be. Visit sportsandsocialcarry.com and follow on social media at Sports Social NC Carry. We'll take a break. It is NC State 42, North Carolina 13. You're listening to Wolfpack football from Learfield.
The fans came out today, David.
That's right, Gabe. Big games mean bigger tailgates.
Check out that Ford F-150 truck, a championship caliber performance.
Oh, flawless execution, Gabe. Smart, powerful, and with available Pro Power on board, F-150 just took this tailgate over the top.
Game on, David. For the latest offers on Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com to see your Carolina Ford dealer today. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions.
We'll have more NC State football in 60 seconds. This is the WOLFPACK Sports Network from Learfield.
While you're applying SPF 60, looking at a high of 97, we're subjecting train systems to temperatures north of 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
While you're cheering on the WOLFPACK, train heating and cooling systems are being tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you. We run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. Traininfo.com.
It's hard to stop a train.
Thanks to the fans, the WOLFPACK definitely have a big home field advantage. Want the same kind of advantage for your home? Head to Quality Equipment to pick out your new John Deere agriculture, lawn, or worksite equipment. Our sales, parts, and service teams are ready to help. You'll also be a huge fan of our low monthly payments and special financing. Stop by one of our 35 locations or visit us online at QualityEquip.com. Quality Equipment, proud sponsors of NC State Athletics.
(42-13), NC State is crushing North Carolina here tonight. Not even close tonight. 4 touchdowns, 4 drives first half. It's NC State pulling away here in the second. 5:34 to play. John Heister scoring drive. 10 plays, 42 yards after the fumble by Max Johnson. 6:52 off the clock. Will Wilson with a capper, his 4th rush TD of the night. Get off your keister and go to Heister. It is all NC State this evening. It is 42-13 over the Tar Heels. The Pack has had their way with UNC this half-decade. Run up and the boot. Nick Konachinski, left to right, hits the 5-yard line. Oh, went out of bounds. First time all year, I do believe, for a kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds.
Wow.
Kicking team.
Well, he waited.
The ball is placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
Johnny, I think he waited for his last opportunity of the regular season to pop, to try to really thread the needle there at the goal line.
Well, yeah, clearly the worst kick of his season, because he's been pretty outstanding.
Yeah, he's been really good. Yeah. What are the odds? 8 touchbacks on 18 kickoffs coming in. All right, we'll take a break. 5:34 to play. NC State 42, UNC 13. You're listening to WOLFPACK Football from Learfield.
R&D Brewing is bringing the official beer of Saturday to Carter Finley Stadium this football season. 7 Saturdays IPA is the perfect beer for watching the big game, whether you're tailgating with friends or watching the game at home. Pick up your 7 Saturdays IPA at any major retail outlet across North Carolina. Make every day Saturday. R&D Brewing reminds you to please drink responsibly.
At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we believe that getting to know you is the best way to protect what you love most. We have friendly agents in every county to help you prepare for the unexpected. And when life doesn't go as planned, our award-winning claims team will be with you every step of the way. Find a local agent today at ncfbins.com. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
It's bow time. Fumbling the food on game day? Rookie move. But you know Bo can make your tailgate a winner, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Because the Carolina Legend has everything you're craving. We're talking crispy, juicy chicken loaded with real Southern flavor, fluffy, scratch-made buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your whole crew faster than you could say touchdown. Be the MVP this season and let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
5:34 to play in Carter Finley. It's an NC State celebration over the Tar Heels. It's a 42-13 score, 5.5 minutes to go. Every sack's a sack to give back. For every sack the Pack makes this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to support our Feed the Pack food pantry right here in Raleigh. Tony, this has been a lopsided ball game, buddy. This has been NC State the whole way, hasn't it? Kind of no doubter. 4 touchdowns, 4 drives. Johnny, this has been in hand from the jump.
Yeah, well, clearly NC State came out with something to prove. They wanted to end senior night. They wanted to continue the dominance that has been for the last 4 years over their big rival. And the Carter Finley, there's something about Carter Finley, and especially a night game at Carter Finley. They proved themselves here tonight for sure.
And they'll finish the year 6-1 at home. And this is Max Johnson out there, 1st and 10. You know what? This is their 3rd string quarterback is what it is. Snapping the handoff here to Hall. And he shuffles the cleats north of the 40 to the 43. This is Torrey Newkirk. Torrey Newkirk. I believe it's his first snaps of the year. Caden Fordham makes that tackle. 42-13. What a weird year it's been at Chapel Hill. From start to finish. We finished 4-8 now on the year. Snap to Newkirk, another lefty. And he zips it over the head of his intended target. That's incomplete at the Pack 40. Tony Haynes.
You guys see some alligator arms on that one?
Yeah, he didn't want any part of that. He wanted any part of that. That's right.
He was at first thinking about extending his arms up and trying to make the catch, and then, no, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Newkirk played against Richmond for a little bit. These are his first passes thrown. Snap to Newkirk, handoff to Hall now, bounces it out right. Caden Fordham continues his excellence this year. He'll finish almost at 130 tackles now on the season. Regular season, yeah, he has 129 now. And Torrey Newkirk, freshman, 6'3", 200-pounder from Norfolk, Virginia, is where he's from. 6'3", 200-pounder. Tony Haynes, what do you think?
Yeah, Caden Fordham does not have some of Peyton Wilson's physical gifts, especially the speed. But I'll tell you what, he's there where the football is almost every single play, just as Peyton Wilson was, and that's because he knows where he's supposed to go.
It's his 12th tackle. He is up to 130 now on the year. Snap Newkirk completes it to Pesor to the left. That's tackled inside the hashes at the Pack 42. That's a gain of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 UNC.
Newkirk's getting an opportunity. It's not going to make any difference in the outcome of this game, but it could make a difference in the development of this young quarterback here. He's been watching a lot all season long, and now he gets in at least the biggest game that he will have played in so far this season.
Ship motions to the right. Snap Newkirk, play fake, tosses it out, Pesor slot right. He swerves back behind the tackler for the Pack, and then he tiptoes toward the 30 and around Caden Gordon, cornerback, and then J.J. Johnson is there to finish it off right near where he got 9 is what he got. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Looks like Caden Fordham has come off the field. He got a hug from his coach and some of his teammates. I think that's probably it for the evening for Caden.
Here he's at. Comes back from injury and is the leading tackler in the league. Snap to Newkirk. Hands it off now to Hall. Sprints off his blockers to the right side inside the 30 and then down to the 24-yard line. 9-yard pickup for Hall. And that is Zane Williams there for the tackle. And it sets up 1st and 10 for UNC. High drama last year in Kenan Stadium. Not required here in this ballgame.
No, it's been pretty total domination. The only stagnant part of the game was early in the 3rd quarter.
Snap back to Newkirk from the 24. Hands it off now to Hall, who's physical up the middle, and Trey Thomas is there to knock him down at the 18-yard line. Gain of about 6 for Benjamin Hall. He was on the Michigan Wolverines national title team with the Connor Stallions videotaping and all that stuff. 2023 national title squad. Played a little bit at 15 carries on that team last year. Played 8 games for the Wolverines, so 2-year Wolverine.
2-minute timeout.
And that stops the clock at exactly 2 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. And we will take a break. We'll take it with them. 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd and 4 UNC at the Pack 18. It's 42-13. It's all NC State. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too. For my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile! The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits and imbalance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Second and 4 upcoming for UNC. 2 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Johnny, this is quite the high to end the year on here for the lull in the middle of the season with all the injuries and attrition. What a great home slate this has been for NC State with this incredible home field advantage. You finish 6-1 here at home. Wins over Georgia Tech, Florida State, and now North Carolina. Back end of the year, a 42-13 score right now here for the Pack.
It's the kind of thing that you can really build, continue to grow your program and build your program. You're going to get extra practice because you qualified for a bowl game. That's huge. That's you just don't take that for granted. There's going to be a whole nother off season. You get to go in, prepare for next year, and it just takes that real sour taste out of your mouth. Yes, were expectations not met in some areas? Yeah, possibly. I'm sure the goals of everybody on this team for NC State were higher in some ways, but you finished strong with those last two big wins, the last one being against your rival.
2nd and 4 now at the Pack 18. Newkirk, freshman quarterback, throws it end zone over Ronnie Royal's head out of bounds. He wanted the tight end, Jake Johnson, and that one hits the turf out of the left end zone. So a minute 55 to play, and it's 3rd and 4. I bet you UNC goes for it on 4th down here. It's 42-13 Pack. Kind of just getting their freshman quarterback reps at this point. He's 2 of 4 passing, 19 yards this drive. 3 targets to the right, 2 to the left. Snap to Newkirk from the Pack 18. Tucks and runs. And he falls inside the 10 for a first down for UNC at the 5. A 13-yard run. It will be 1st and goal from there for Newkirk and North Carolina. This officially slams the door on any bowl possibility for UNC. Snap to Newkirk, turned and given out to Hall, who jumps a little bit early maybe right into a tackle. Shoved backwards at the 3-yard line, gained about 1.5 yards. Ronnie Royals there with a physical play, 90 seconds to go. UNC called timeout?
They have.
They did. 91 seconds left.
First charge timeout, North Carolina. It'll be 30 seconds.
Okay. Minute 31 to play. 2nd and goal from the 4 upcoming for UNC. That'll be a happy Pack locker room. Caden Fordham's final home game. Brandon Cleveland's final home game. Finished 4-4 in the ACC. Finished 7-5 overall. Chance to get to an 8-win season with a bowl win.
Yeah, this season there were times when it looked a lot worse, and if you just look to the future and said, could you project this team as having an 8 wins? And there'd probably be a lot of votes against that at different times during the season. It was a roller coaster of sorts. There were some games where they weren't even in the game, but again, in typical Dave Doran style, they finished stronger than they were in the middle, and that's you can build on that.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 4. Newkirk puts Goss to his right. 2 tight ends motion to the left. Now Newkirk from the right hashes takes the snap at the 4-yard line, drops back, lofts it, end zone, touchdown, UNC. And that is Jordan Owens, Oklahoma State transfer tight end, typically just a blocker. It is a touchdown for the Tar Heels, makes it 42-19, 85 seconds left. Tony Haynes.
A very similar play to what Duke ran against North Carolina last week. They flipped the right tackle from the right side to the left. 2 tackles on the left side. The tight end is lined up where the tackle would normally be, but he was an eligible receiver. And NC State kind of got fooled on that one. Pack's got some younger players out there right now.
Worked out for the Tar Heels there. I think they might go for 2.
I think they are.
Yeah. All right. It's 42-19 with 1:25 left. Here's Newkirk, who collapsed for the football. 2-point try. Lobs it. End zone incomplete. Wanted Jordan Shipp. Hits the back of the left end zone, and it will be 42-19 after the touchdown for UNC.
And that play, you know, between quarterback and receiver looked like 2 guys that probably don't get a whole lot of work together during practice sessions. You know, Shipp was running a route that Newkirk did not know where he was running. And Newkirk threw the ball where Shipp had no intention of running, so they were just not on the same page.
So that is an 11-play, 65-yard drive for UNC. A 4:09 off the clock, and a failed 2-point try. Now Verhoff will kick it off right to left for UNC. 1:25 to play. It is all pack, 42-19. Think they'll try to score here, Johnny?
I don't know that the Pack will, but I wonder if the onside kick. It looks like they're setting up.
Charge timeout. NC State. It'll be 30 seconds.
They saw it. They called timeout.
Want to make sure they're prepared and have the right people out there.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield. Does look like Verhoff is angling to prepare an onside kick. Boy, the math on this is really tough, but they are not going to give up. Down 42-19 here is UNC. Verhoff, graduate transfer from Marshall, an Ohio native. Puts his right hand up into the air, pops it off the tee. It is an onside kick, and it is taken by NC State, and that should do it to the 42-yard line. I believe it's Brian Nelson. Snatches it out on a bounding ball his way. Gosh, that might have been Hollywood. Yeah, it was Hollywood Smothers. Yeah, Hollywood Smothers out there on the hands team. And C.J. Bailey's out there. North Carolina has 2 timeouts left with 1:24 to play. So Colson Fields is to the right of Bailey. Shotgun set. They might run some plays here. Snap back to Bailey. Yep, gives to Colson Fields. Runs up the middle. Fields, who leads the team this year in special teams tackles, breaks special teams snaps, breaks 1 tackle, and then is driven down at the 35. A gain of 7 for Colson Fields. And into the ball game now is Ethan Rhodes, the quarterback, the 4th stringer for NC State. Rhodes, who takes so many reps in practice, works his tail off all the time. Johnny, we've seen Ethan Rhodes out there since it was pistol hot outside. He's busting it, doing everything he can to help the team. And now he gets a chance to take snaps against UNC. There is a flag down at the 28-yard line on the right half of the field. Talking with Bill Belichick about it is Nate Black. He's walking over to Bill Belichick, six-time Super Bowl winner with New England. 29-year NFL head coach, 5 years with the Browns, 24 in New England.
After the play was over, personal foul, necessary roughness, defense number 94. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the play, automatic first down.
Isaiah Johnson.
This penalty includes a 10-second subtraction. Please reset the game clock to 1 minute. The game clock will start on my signal.
All right, so that was personal foul penalty against Johnson on the tackle of Colson Fields. So that moves the ball to the 20-yard line. 60 seconds left. I mean, UNC kind of asked for this because they kept on trying to play. So, hey, you know, the ball's 20 yards away from 48 to 19 is the score. Here's Ethan Rhodes now, the quarterback. Takes the snap, gives now to Colson Fields, runs right up the middle. Pretty good push, and he dives down, gain of 2 off the left guard. I don't know if you have to run it. Yeah, one more play you need to run. 43 seconds left.
I think you would see Colson Fields one more rush, and this game should be over.
6-second differential. Game clock and play clock. Rhodes, snap, Tar Heel 18, handed off to Fields, runs off the left side of the line, shoved to the turf, a gain of a couple of yards, and that will do it. NC State beats up on UNC 42-19. And the Pack, for half a decade straight, has beaten the Tar Heels. The 5th consecutive win, NC State over North Carolina, and this year it's not close in Carter Finley. 42-19, NC State finishes its year 7-5. North Carolina ends its season 4-8 and 2-6 in the ACC. Johnny, a lopsided ball game here tonight as NC State blasts its rival 42-19 the final.
Yeah, well, it's a great way for this season to end. They've proven they can win and win big here at Carter Finley. They can beat their rival. They've pretty much, I think when you beat your rival 5 years in a row, that you can use the word dominance. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have a dominant program over them, but you have dominance over them in those 5 straight games, and so there's a lot to be thankful for. There's a lot for these guys to be happy about, even though it is a little bit anticlimactic. There's so many games that came down to the last possession, and there was an eruption of emotion. This game was pretty much at hand early in the game. Other than the little bit of a lull offensively where there were 2 3-and-outs in the third quarter, there really was no doubt about how this game was going to end.
We'll start up post-game next. It is 42-19. NC State's a winner big over the Tar Heels. You're listening to Wolfpack Football from Learfield.
Because I wanted to advance my career.
Because I want my kids to be proud.
Because I wanted to learn more.
Because I want to be a better teacher.
Your goals, your drive, your because. Whatever pushes you forward, career growth, family, a new challenge. NC State Online is built for it. With over 120 flexible programs taught by NC State's world-class instructors, your future starts here. Explore our programs and connect with program experts by visiting go.ncsu.edu/NC State Online.
PNC Bank is proud to serve and celebrate the places they call home. And to share that pride, they're helping you put your passion front and center everywhere you shop with the NC State University PNC Bank Visa Debit Card. PNC Bank is proud to be part of the NC State University community. PNC Bank. See how they can make a difference for you at pnc.com/debitcard. Visa is a registered trademark of the Visa International Service Association and used under